Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What are you playing?
Well, I'm playing. It's still a playtest Stargate
Mm-hmm.
RPG. That's kind of 5e-ish rules.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty easy because we're using pre-gens. But
Okay.
I had to do some, create stuff on their website.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to be playing a level 1 rogue and another one.
Nice.
And then ends up a level 5 wizard evocation for a tier 2
Oh wow. Okay.
D&D game.
Okay.
Have to use a pre-gen because it's Adventures League. You can't
Oh,
just
yeah, I get you.
willy-nilly make one.
Yeah, I feel that. All right.
Then I still got to figure out my couple Pathfinder characters, but those are like Saturday and Sunday sessions.
Okay. Well, good to hear. You'll have to tell me how they go in the end.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun. Basically, Thursday morning through our game next Sunday, I'll be nonstop gaming.
Jesus. Okay.
Except for Friday afternoon. There's a bunch of panels that just all lined up to hit like one afternoon.
Ah, okay, I get you. What the hell? Did my character... Don't tell me it got deleted.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Something. Yep, it did. Wow, alright. Yeah, that's great. Okay. I,
Quack.
yo.
You okay?
Yeah, just, got, something happened. I'm fixing something.
Going playing a game of Call of Cthulhu. Haven't played that before, but I've heard it's fun.
Oh god.
Okay, prepare for many deaths.
Cthulhu's just like a bigger Kraken, right?
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu's an old god
Yeah.
who will one day, according to people who believe in him, emerge from the depths of the earth and devour all our souls.
Yeah, you know what also just devoured my soul? Fucking, I had you at 200% and you're loud as shit now. God damn, man.
Why was I at 200%? I'm normally at least a fair value where I figure you can hear me without having to crank me up.
Well, usually you're not this. The last time we talked, you were on your phone and you were quiet as shit, so I could not hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Oh.
that wasn't due to me being on my phone. I'm still on my phone. It's just that was due to my the headset I was using.
Mm.
It was one specifically more designed for PS4 use rather than other use. This one's multi-purpose.
Well, either way, you just made my ears bleed.
I'm sorry.
It's fixed now. Ugh.
I will sacrifice a goat.
No.
What?
Why not?
I don't
Why
know.
not sacrifice a goat?
Cameron, you're being weird, man. Calm down.
Also, DM, did you see the meme I posted in meme chat for you?
I did.
What do you think?
I don't
Pretty
remember.
accurate?
I don't remember it right now because it's been a day. I've been kind of off and on all day doing stuff, so.
Are you referring to the tooth fairy being the smaller version of a bone fairy?
No, it was the Norse versus Greek mythology
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Now I got you. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm rewatching Jacksepticeye play God of War for the PS4, so yeah, it's entirely
Ew.
accurate going off of that.
They just live up on that hill there.
Meanwhile, this tree, which gets splintered in Ragnarok, and sends the giant ass snake back to before it was born. No, exists. It's the way to get to where the gods are.
Do we think we need to act Captain yet or no?
It's only 35. We got like 25 minutes before game start. So maybe add him, but don't bug him. Don't do a trend and add him so much that, like last night.
When have I ever?
Never. Just
Exactly.
don't let Trent do the adding. How about that? That's a good rule. Still laughing that Grim Legacy died being gold diggers.
Is that actually how were they actually just digging gold?
No,
Like,
they
what
got
was the scenario?
they got TPK'd last night. And basically the scenario is they were heading to after defeating the ancient gold dragon that they had fought. They rolled really badly in the initiative for this situation and fought 10 gold sentinels along with 2 adult dragons, which they totally have taken on far worse. But since they rolled bad on initiative and basically the auto roller had the monsters going, almost majority of them went before most of the party. They just kept breathing fire on them and killing them. They never even got to the dragon's horde. They were going there to, get more XP and get items from the dragon's horde itself, and just, yeah, bad rolls all around.
Wow.
By the time Wolf was like, I think like 10 or ninth to go up, by the time Wolf's character got to go up, he was already downed. Because it was just
Wow.
nothing but fire breath.
Well, that's why you make just a bunch of tieflings that are resistant to fire.
Oh, even with resistance, they would have been automatically downed.
Enough fire
Dang.
breath gets over resistance.
Yeah, they were doing over. I think in total they did over 500 damage against the party
Jesus.
by the end of it. Yeah, I mean it was just the fact that it kept rolling, and they were taking half damage most of the time. And they just kept getting smacked one after another, and no one could make a good enough dex save, and no one had immunity. And then they they eventually got wiped out. Snicknish stood the longest, managed to grapple 2 dragons who were rolling really badly, and it just kept going to the point where he beat them until they beat him down with their tails, and then they were captured, chained up, and then had molten gold poured on them.
Well,
Yep, and that's what
so
killed them.
this is just to show in D&D, even a powerful party can die over bad rolls
Yep.
in any
This
fight.
also shows in D&D if you're going to a gold dragon's lair, don't.
Well, to be fair, the CR level for the fight that they were doing was lower than the one they had to deal with you guys. Like I said, it was just bad rolls. Honestly, that's what it came down to.
Yeah, just bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Gold Forge Sentinels?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, there were 10 of them and 2 adult gold dragons. So, and the adult gold dragons didn't even get a chance to really do any damage to them because Tren's character Snicknesh managed to basically grapple the first one and grapple the second one before they got a chance to attack. So they were like completely distracted, but it was just a fire breath attack because with 10 of them, that's a lot of damage that starts to pile up even when halved with dexterity saves. It just kept hitting them too hard, and they didn't have enough tanky party members.
Yeah. I was just looking at the specs on that
All
one.
Weren't they
fighters.
a party
Fun-
full of squishies,
Fun mob.
essentially?
Yeah. What, Cyrus?
I was just saying, looking at the specs on those Sentinels, looks like a fun mob.
Yeah, I had a good time with it. I mean, it was a good monster to throw at him. It made it interesting, but it's just how it go. Sometimes. Also, hi, Captain.
Hello.
Hi, Captain.
Hey, Captain.
There was
Hello. I do believe the baby said hi as well.
It was crying.
He did. He's also very grumpy. He just woke up from a nap and he came back to bug me.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Feed me, Seymour.
Basically. Oh man.
No, he's not hungry yet. He just woke up and he's trying to take literally everything that belongs to me. He just tried to steal my dice, and I said no.
So he's a rogue.
Mhm.
A
Oh man.
very low dex rogue, because he
A
wasn't
negative
stealthy.
1 level rogue.
That
No,
hike.
no, he's negative in his dex.
By the way, it's currently 95 degrees here. Already.
Ouch.
Yep.
Fun. It's about to be a tsunami here.
What?
Wait.
Where are you at?
I thought Nebraska was anywhere. Wait, is Nebraska close to water?
I'm kidding. And
Oh.
no, it's dead center of the U.S.
I was like-
but we are gonna have flooding rains.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know you lived where you live, so I was like, wait, are you at a
Who the hell's
coast?
tried to log into my email from a
One
goddamn
second.
iPhone?
I don't know,
It's
man.
like 80 degrees. It's 80 something degrees over here, damn.
No,
Yeah,
Well-
I'm
same
not
here.
trying to log in from
87
Chrome's
here.
Windows either right now.
Cameron, you're
Someone's trying to hack my email.
yeah. Go deal with that before it gets broken
I
into.
just did. I have three-factor authentication, so it has to go through my spare email, my phone, and then my password.
Fair enough.
So
Oh, Nebraska. Thank you, Captain.
It had to be a hell of a tsunami, man.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
I mean, if you watch any of Greystone plays on YouTube, you can tell that there are tsunamis that can make it in Nebraska. Just they have
In
to
the
be
game.
world-breaking.
Yeah. And Michigan
Because
would
of the
probably
world
die
ending.
because we already are surrounded by water. We just flood over.
Well, no, not technically. We have the thing of we technically have the lakes, which could
We have the
absorb some of the shock.
canals. The canals would overflood, though.
I'm safe, probably.
So good news. Today I got chased by a water moccasin.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
that turned out to be a gardener snake.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was. We were down at the river and thought it was a what looked like a water moccasin, and unfortunately, I didn't realize that gardener snakes came in any other color than green. And so, as I see this yellow or black snake with yellow stripes and red dots, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
that right next to water. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a water moccasin. I better fuck. So I grabbed my cousin, who's like 130 pounds, at 8-year-old, by the way, and we ran up to the shore over these stumbling rocks. And then I'm like googling it as we get out of the boonies. I'm like, oh, that was a gardener snake. God damn it.
Yeah, garter snakes
I
can
mean,
be
there's
like
also
greenish,
blue ones.
bluish, blackish.
I've never
I've
seen anything other than
I
green.
had a baby gardener snake for about a few days that was just in freezing weather, and it was blue, and it stayed blue.
Nice.
Yeah, they come in different color morphs, especially if you breed them like snake breeders.
Ugh. Well, either way, yeah. So that was my fun news of the hike.
We could get a shiny gardener snake, Maya.
Find me
They
a
gotta
place
hide
to
it once in
hike.
a while.
I'll go watch snakes. I'll go
We
poke.
should get a
I'll go
shiny
poke
one.
things.
Oh gods, no snakes.
Jokes on Pokemon.
Oh,
Shinies already exist in the form of albinos.
also good news. I'm gonna be starting my
And
workday
Mountain
tomorrow at 3 a.m.
Oh,
What?
Oof.
Because it's getting over 100 degrees tomorrow. I can't work in the afternoon because my computer, the work laptop they sent me, does not work without being plugged in, and when it's plugged in, it overheats to high heaven. Because it's basically someone else's old laptop. They just send them out to people when they're after the factory set. So I have to wake up early, not only because I'm getting assigned to a project on Monday, but also because of the fact that I can't work in the afternoon because it's going to be over 100 degrees.
mm,
So,
fun.
so yeah, good news. I'll be up at 3 a.m. So, Captain, you can feel free
I'll
to at
probably
me.
be up too.
Awesome.
It'll
I
be
won't be to bed by then.
it'll be
I'll
6
only
a.m.
be awake at
Well,
3 a.m.
I was gonna say it's gonna be 6 a.m. your guys' time.
So,
Oh,
Well,
DM, I got a question.
I have an
I might
answer.
be up.
This dragon mane, it's a light outfit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it giving me disadvantage on some of my rolls?
Let me look what it
Because it
says.
crinkles.
Let me look. Do 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 do.
Like I'll listen if I've got a good reason, but like I
No,
don't see
no, I
why.
just needed to read what it says. It's a light. Okay, so it's light armor considered Pride Silk outfit. That was the first thing I could find. That fit to it because they don't have something specific for cloaks. All right. And it's giving disadvantage when not oh, it's because you're not proficient in this specific armor.
How does one become proficient to an armor set?
You
Wear
know
it for
what?
a long
I'm
time.
just gonna give that to you real quick.
I would
because isn't it
appreciate.
actually
There
a
you go.
cloak?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's just a
cloak.
cloak.
It's so
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it's
know what
homebrew.
Pride's yeah, because it's my item. I don't know what Pride's silk outfit was. I just used it because it was the lightest thing I could find that wouldn't affect you. And so yeah,
And it affected you.
I didn't realize
Thank
you didn't have
you.
proficiency. There you go.
Be more skilled at things, Captain.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Come
Captain,
on, you're the rogue. You gotta be like the bard to be skilled at everything.
I auto rolled a level 3 rogue druid, and it has skill in every single thing. So, man, you got to step up your game here.
A rogue druid
That
sounds
is a-
fun.
It really is.
I've never played a druid. I'm looking forward to it. The last time I got anywhere close was 3.5 with the bear warrior. So,
Nothing
I
is
kind
as
of want to
fun
play a druid.
as being a mouse with a freaking sewing needle that is dipped in the most lethal poison in the land and assassinating someone that way.
well,
I mean,
That does sound
I can think
fun.
of one thing that's funnier.
well,
Being a rabbit.
no.
Holy hand grenade.
Hold on. Yeah, that's where I was going. Thanks,
Oh
Ryan.
god.
Being a
No,
rabbit that's able to fling holy hand grenades at people.
I'm playing a Githyank Yankee, which I've never even played. Not familiar. I wasn't familiar with the race before this, so this should be interesting.
What are they
Also,
again?
Familiar with it after.
it's basically a slave humanoid race that managed
Uh.
to break away from the Illithid. Also,
Uh,
we randomized my god, and I got the god that's basically likes to rape children. And I'm not
Oh.
kidding. Look up Vesh.
Oh god, I'm double checking this. Vesh.
Yep, Vesh is the god I got from.
is it just the god of
SH.
raping children?
No, she's basically not technically considered a goddess, but she is, and she claims. So all of her followers are people she claims at the day they're born, and then she comes and takes them their first time when they're
Oh
15.
wait, I think on Critical Role there was a guest star who had this god as because he was a cleric.
Yeah,
I think
Vesh-
I remember.
Vesh is a critical role
Oh, yeah.
god.
Yep.
Yeah, Kasha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. See, so like I thought the name was familiar. I'm like, who?
Yep.
Yeah, she does not sound like a good person.
Oh, would you like for me to post what she is? Here, allow me.
Yes. Sure, let me see this.
Allow me. Also, I'll have to @trend here again. All right. There you go. You can read through that.
Okay, D&D Beyond just pranked me. It autocorrect every time I typed Vesh to Very.
Well, there you go. It's ready there for you. I
I'm already
I had
fixing
Wolf auto roll it. I was like, "Hey man, I just need you to randomize me a god cuz it didn't." And he's like, "Okay." I was like, "This will give me an alignment." And so, yep.
Vesh the Bloody Siren.
Mhm.
So basically, she chooses a child, kills everyone in the nearby vicinity,
Yep.
sleeps with that child, and that's how they get power.
Yeah. And I'm playing a druid rogue. That's how I get my druidic powers, and basically I'm going to have to kill people for her.
Mm. Are you one of her mates or just a
Yep,
follower?
every single
Oh.
member of her following is considered her husband, one of her husbands.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how the character on Critical Role was.
Yep. You're forced into a relationship with her, and basically, if you don't do as she requires, or you don't, you try to flirt or deal with any of the other gods, she'll outright kill you, and there's no negotiation. She's just an evil bastard.
Wow. She has many partners, but she's jealous and she
Yep.
demands the true heart. What the? This is
Yep.
such double standard.
Yep.
It's like every marriage.
Reminds me of it reminds me of my engagement, to be honest.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, frying all those women who get jealous.
Mhm.
I'm kidding.
A
I'm just being
nude
a whole
woman.
No,
She
uh,
doesn't even
bitch
wear
lately.
clothes.
Actually,
Too late,
Captain.
You can't say you're kidding.
Captain, this is how my first engagement went. Not gonna lie. So this works.
Jesus.
Mm.
Uh huh.
Have
I'm
fun.
just joking, but damn.
Oh
you
yeah.
need to get a new god DM.
I mean, I am afraid to. This one might come and kill me.
You gotta get one that can protect you from her.
I don't
That's
think.
your end quest.
This goddess might come and be like, "Why did you leave me with the kids?" and just start slapping him.
No, that's not what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of other things she might decide to do.
Or take him back in a cage and chain him up
Castration.
and whip him.
Yeah, castration might be accurate. I don't know if Githyanki have anything like that. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with their
You had
race.
for the pizza.
I need Tristan's stuff.
Yeah, I saw what you posted, Cyrus.
Yeah,
But
that's just an overview of them.
yeah, I don't recognize this race at all. Like, I don't know
No,
what version they're from.
Oh gosh,
Uh,
you can live for about a century. You're gonna be
A
stuck with
100
this
years.
woman for a long. Yeah.
No, it's only 100 years. That's like a normal. That's basically a human in modern day.
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
they've been around, I guess, for
Yeah,
quite a while,
yeah.
you're
but
gonna be.
they're new for playable.
Oh, okay. That explains. Cause I never did any of the modules, so I'm not familiar with their race overall.
I have my dice ready. I have real dice ready. I have virtual dice ready. So whichever side decides
Yep.
not to fuck me over today is the best.
Let's see.
Yep. Same here. I'm gonna try out the new dice you got me, Cameron, and if, hopefully it'll roll better than Avery, because Avery despises me.
Everything despises you occasionally, Maya.
Avery is the true bad
Oh wow!
guy. She's
In
the
third edition, they
endgame.
were psionics. That's good to know.
Oh.
So they're bug Jedi's. Got it.
Maya, you could always load the Beyond 20 app.
Yeah.
For
That's
except
true
when
if I figure out how to use it.
Oh,
I'll just
well,
not
it's-
tonight.
Maya, the phone app is very freaking user friendly.
I'll look into it.
Put it simply, Angio was able to navigate the character sheets.
Yeah, it's basically
Did he roll good?
Yeah,
it's basically add the extension and then add a key for this channel. That's all you got to do.
Oh, are you talking about Avery?
No, he's talking about the
20,
Beyond 20 bot.
Oh.
the one I use, because I can just have my character sheet up on D&D Beyond and click and roll.
Fun. Well, I have 4 different D20s now, so hopefully I get
DM,
good
please
rolls.
ignore.
What?
Every single time I go to look at the stream, I just look at the chat between DM and I from like when I first joined, and I'm tired of scrolling so high up. Oh, he's not there. His head is gone. He is a headless DM.
But he still sees all and
Do-
knows all
Do you
and
see
hears
old
all.
chat? I never see old
He
chat
just-
when I go.
Yeah.
DM without
No,
internet can't
between
go across water.
Discord, on Discord.
Oh,
Or covered bridges. I can't remember which it is.
DM,
What's up?
please ignore. I was just explaining to them. I sent the link back to you so I could click it again every
No
single
worries.
time that there's a session, just because I'm tired of scrolling all the way up.
Oh yeah, here,
You
man.
could
Let me.
pin
You know
it if you
can
guys
pin
are in
things in private
PMs.
chats.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Captain. It's pinned for you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Captain, did you not know you could do that?
It's not that I didn't know, it's that I forgot.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Oh god.
Captain, the voice.
Yes. Oh, right.
The
Well, we're not
voice.
starting the session just yet.
But remember,
I'm
I
going
have a
to do my
subcoming,
best
so
to do
I'll
so.
be muted while I eat.
Where's my cane? I need to shut the door.
oh, well, now my anxiety's rising again.
Why is there? What? Why?
Look in the chat.
You're fine.
Remember the monsters. Plural. It didn't help the PM you sent me, DM.
2 golden dragons and a bunch of fucking golems that breathe fire.
Hey, Trent, don't worry. You got what you deserve for being a gold digger.
Cameron, I'm gonna wring your fucking neck like I did those dragons, I swear to god.
Not with
You know what?
Snicknish
I'll
though.
keep making.
I hate you, DM. I hate you. I hate
I'd
you.
like to see Kips try.
DM,
No, I
whenever.
was gonna say, why does it still say Snickness/Kips? I thought one of them was dead.
Because I'm always Snicknish.
Remove it.
Snicknish is a...
He becomes reborn every 20th century.
Well, DM did offer him an out to get Snicknash back,
I'm
but
not
he
playing
refused.
Goblin Snicknish.
That'd be funny though.
I don't fucking care. I'm not playing Goblin Snicknash.
But Goblin Snicknish is best Snicknish.
Because if I play Goblin Snicknash, then I'm not gonna get the same AC, and I'm not gonna get the strength boost. Unless I get
Become a
the
rogue.
exact... I'm not changing Snicknash to a rogue!
Just make him the
He's right, he needs
wimpiest
Snicknish.
barbarian ever.
No!
He needs Snicknish to become a sorcerer. That way he can go force a class and a race change by
God
casting.
damn it, I'm resurrecting Snicknash, and I'm bringing him back, and he's going to ring all of your just like a goose. He's just gonna start spinning your head around, like he's just gonna grab you by the neck, and he's just gonna start flailing you around. God
Don't you know
damn it.
geese are actually the most dangerous creature to Snicknish? They're the most evil creature in the world.
God damn it. Killed
I
me.
thought the abyssal chickens were
Yonk.
My best
Yonk,
fucking
abyssal
pick.
geese. Abyssal
Yonk,
Canadian
yonk.
geese would be the
The
most
yonkening has
terrifying.
come.
That would be a literal hellspawn.
My best character.
The
Yeah, I'm
true
creating
bad
abyssal
guy.
geese.
No, he changed my name.
I'm gonna create abyssal geese and get them on Gaia Maya.
Well, rip the people there.
There we go. I think it's pretty good.
Nothing will ever be the same once the abyssal geese attack.
Captain, did you click the link?
What is it for?
How to create a bookmark in Google Chrome. Yes, I
Yeah.
know how to make one. I apologize for being an idiot.
Oh, if nobody's familiar with Let Me Google that for you, click the link. It's really funny.
I'm good.
God damn it, DM.
What?
Stop changing my name.
I'm not doing a thing.
Somebody keeps changing my name from Snicknash / Kips to just Kips.
I mean, there is no Snicknash. I have his
Yeah,
character sheet. I can tell you for a fact, there is no Snicknash.
there is always Snicknash.
Although, Trin, you do need to send me Aaron's character sheet.
Yeah, here. I'll do that right now.
Yeah, the cross gender
View.
warrior.
She never said she was a dude. She 100% never said that. Everyone just assumed Aaron was a dude.
Yep.
He never described gender at all. Actually, come to think
Yeah,
of it with his characters.
because his character
Yeah.
wore armor and did, that was just that.
Just
Mhm.
never took
You
it
couldn't
off.
tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legit.
Fair enough.
Aaron, all you saw was a giant walking suit of armor holding a
Mhm.
giant ass dildo halberd. I think you would assume it's a man. I'm not gonna lie. If your
All
first
part of the
assumption
master
is-
plan.
Pretty
if
much.
that's your first assumption is, oh, that person has a vagine, then
Hey, each their own, right?
I mean,
I
yeah, but
With the
still,
dildo halberd, it could have gone either way.
it could be that's true. That's fair enough. That's reasonable.
Multi-purpose
You could just
weapon.
Oh, it always is. The Moby always is multi-purpose.
Shut up.
Anyway,
It's not about yours. That was the name of the weapon, Captain.
Yours is the
Based
Great
off the
Fork. It's
4-foot
not the Moby.
there you
dildo.
go.
There's a what?
A 4-foot tall dildo called the Moby. That's what the weapon was based off of. You could
Yeah.
Google
You
it.
are I don't
Nope.
want that in my search history.
No, it's a
It eats
4-foot tall.
souls
In real life, that thing's tall enough to be a coat rack.
Yep.
I think I actually have a picture of it somewhere.
I
No,
found out
no,
about it via
no.
Cards Against Humanity video a long time ago.
Yeah, its entire purpose was just yeah.
I don't even think the real life one's usable.
Well,
Oh, it is. There are
Well,
people
you
that
can't,
are
you
that
can't knock
use
it till
it.
you try it.
Well,
Or
intestinal
Maya,
damage.
Maya, if you look at the
Listen,
Amazon listing for it, it has a lot more units sold than you'd believe.
it'll only cause damage if you don't have a gallon of lube.
Or if you aren't prepared.
4 feet long.
I could take that.
4 feet.
I could take that.
Trent, do not say that.
That's like up to your
Yeah, I
yeah.
could take- yeah, I
Look
could
at
take
that thing.
God.
That's up to
Yeah,
your
I
lungs.
Oh my god!
I could take
That's
that.
the Moby. That ain't the dork. That's the Moby.
I could take that.
I'm not sure why.
That's a
I'm not down with that.
decoration.
Extreme insertion, thank you. We're gonna drop that now.
I could take
That's
that.
like dragon proportion. Bard and dragon.
Yeah, I could take that.
Roll your Constitution
Oh.
saving throws.
Yep.
I mean, Cyrus, hey man, that works. Oh wait, there's a bigger one. Would you here, give me a moment.
Isn't
Wait,
there like
what?
one that's like 10
Oh
feet?
wait.
Isn't
Yeah,
there one
isn't
that's
there
10
like one
feet?
that's 10 or 15 feet tall? That's like a decoration or something.
There's not even a human that size.
Yeah, there is
No,
one that
that's
big,
the
Maya.
point.
Remember, I showed it to
I
you.
could take that.
Yeah. Well, wait, human or the?
I could take them both.
My search history on Amazon has been ruined. Give me a moment.
That's why
When
you
wasn't
clear
it?
search history.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Why incognito mode exists.
All right. Yeah, it's the biggest one you can buy off of Amazon. There you go.
Let me Google that for you. What the
Mm.
fuck
Do
is
I,
Five?
Google
do I
it
have
for
to
you?
click the?
5. Oh, there's only 13 left in stock.
DM,
It looks the same size as the other picture.
It is.
you need to buy one.
That's the Amazon one. I'm not spending $534
On something you really can't use safely.
that my great aunt is gonna I'm gonna have to explain to her.
That's
Just
the
tell her
simple
it's for
part.
a
You look
friend.
at her and say, "I'm mounting it on a spear. It's gonna be a new weapon for the
Just
household."
just tell her it's for a friend.
Oh yeah. That's gonna go over
tell her
well.
it's for Pika.
Oh, wait. I think I found the other one.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is definitely not usable.
I could do that. I could do that. I could yeah. I could
King
take that.
Cock at Pipe Dream.
I could take that.
That's not.
That's literally dragon size.
Hey guys, it's 5:02 my time, which means we should be starting. Yeah, let's actually
I
please.
could take that. I could take that. You guys think I could take that? I could take that.
Trent, shut up.
I could take
Shut up. The words from your face need to cease.
that. Sorry. I think
Oh
Captain
my-
could take that. Do you think anybody want to help with that?
I'm
I
gonna
think Captain-
vom. I'm going to straight vom.
I mean, to be fair, out of all of us, Captain is the tallest, so he probably has the best chance.
You know what? That is true.
I'm
Who has
tired.
the highest con?
I didn't say con. I said tallest. That was it.
No, that's my question. I know it's not Zaya.
Jesus, hold on. 14
Yes.
is mine.
Mine's 14 as well.
Oh god, they're actually looking it up. All right, I'm gonna put this into the game. Give me a moment to create a monster.
The paladin
No,
has the highest
no.
con. I
Wait,
know
a
this, but
monster?
you're not allowed to
Yeah.
It's
make use it.
sentient? Sentient?
Look at what you all did.
Penis.
Look at what you did. You did
DM,
this.
Don't.
You did
I will
this.
give you my soul. Don't.
DM
Speaking
of
of
which,
has
my
a
already.
nice
Constitution
soul.
plus 3, so I have 17.
That one. Don't worry, this thing's gonna take your soul, Captain.
DM has no need for souls.
Stop.
It's the it's
All right.
Moby Senior.
Actually, that's what I just named it. Okay. Let's see what it has. 3. It has a
Tame it into a
multi-attack.
companion. Tame it into a fighting companion.
It has charge, as is natural. Ram. All right, we got it. Is there
It
an?
needs one other special attack.
Discharge?
Spurt.
No, I got
Or
it.
discharge, yeah.
It's gonna shoot lightning. All right.
Grease
And
spell.
oil. Captain, I'm naming it. I'm gonna make sure you're included in the description. Don't worry, buddy.
Captain Wilson.
This
Yeah, he was.
was created to hunt down specifically Captain Ricard Bennett.
Just to scream real quick, sorry.
So I feel
Hard,
like
more like
so I
Richard.
feel like we're gonna see we're gonna see the whatever we're fighting the
Leviathan.
Leviathan,
In air quotes, breath weapon.
and then and then out of nowhere this thing is just gonna impale and like spearhead into the Leviathan, and it's gonna die, and then we're gonna have to fight this thing.
I like that idea.
Don't give
I don't know
ideas,
that it's
Trent.
big. I don't know that in the picture it's bigger than Leviathan. He'd have to scale it up a lot.
Oh, I can. I got this. Give me a moment.
Stop giving him ideas.
300 feet tall.
Almost done.
Captain, do you just not like seeing gigantic dicks?
Nope.
massive cock and
You
balls.
all caused
Captain,
this.
chill out.
You all caused
I was
I mean,
getting
this.
it
Look
out
at the
of the chat.
look at the detail on that wrinkly ass scrotum. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's the one I said.
The
That's the
only
one
thing
I
that'd
was
make it
talking
better
about.
is through his hair. I mean, that's all you really need.
Stop.
That's the one I found with Milo one day and showed everybody
I'm-
too.
I mean, if you find cock and balls that large,
And guess
it
what? You can actually
probably
order
has
those.
like
They
a
cost about
forest full of hair, you
$2,000,
know?
sadly. But you can order those, and they make great lawn ornaments according to all the orders filled things.
I feel if I had that in my front lawn, the HOA would
You
have
get
some serious
reported for
problems.
something. You become a sex offender just automatically.
I think I would get.
No.
I think the HOA would not approve of my giant
The
cock and
HOA
balls
would,
lawn
but
ornament.
you
I'm
know
not
what?
gonna lie.
Would they be brave enough to walk onto your lawn to remove it? That's the question.
Just
If
hollow
they were
out
brave
the
enough to
inside and
remove
make it into a water sprinkler.
Oh my,
Zaya,
that's
you are a
Water your
genius.
lawn.
Zaya,
Make sure
you.
you dye your water white too.
Hey, Captain, are you enjoying that pinned message?
Wait, what
Don't worry,
happened?
guys.
You ain't getting rid of it, Captain. I have this on paste, man. You aren't getting rid of it.
We're 7 minutes late because of this.
Oh, it's okay. Captain's unpinning things to make sure that he doesn't have to see it.
Okay, everybody, DM send that to
Stop.
everybody, and we can then all spam him with it.
No.
I'm good.
All right.
I
Send it to Gem.
No.
No.
I could.
She wouldn't have any context. She can't view this chat.
That's okay. I posted it in general chat. All right.
I hate you.
Hey, I didn't tag anybody. If you really want me to be an asshole here.
Don't. Just don't.
Wait, I got this.
No. Please.
He's gonna just at everyone.
Just stop.
There we go.
There we,
Like,
that's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Last time we left off, the party had managed to kidnap a whale, automaton, the great dork, the great Moby Dork, and Cyrus killed a few people after being almost branded. That pretty much sums up what last session was. As the party planned out everything, Kips ended up joining up. And the rest of the group decided to head off back towards the Great Dork and take it for a joyride. Heading out, Captain figured out how the overall device worked. Summoned up 4 different guns, 5 different guns, 4 different guns, 4 different guns. Yes. And the party mounted the guns, waiting for the Leviathan as they head out. And thus we begin this session with Captain currently piloting the ship, the rest of the party having mounted their guns. I believe it was Zaya in some ice with as well with Malthor, Kips in a gun that literally
Lightning.
lightning, thank you.
Iron
Kips
Rod.
literally is in one that shoots chunks of iron. And Cyrus, I forget which one you requested.
Ice also.
Ice, that's alright. And thus we begin as Captain is staring out at the ocean, an empty ocean with nothing in front of him.
I
Sorry,
would
I'm
like
still
to
trying to get
quick
scarring.
give Zaya, Captain, and Malthor one of the potions.
Okay.
Of resurrection. So I'll take one and then hand them off to them and
Okay.
saying, "This is super powerful. We'll bring somebody back. Malthor, you probably understand it, but the rest of them might not.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
look at it, nod, and tuck it away in my
Yeah.
chest.
So basically, I have one left, and they all have.
All right. Each of you can add a potion of true resurrection.
okay.
Okay, I will
Uh,
figure out how to
D.
do that.
Yes.
DM, you said like before the battle, so like currently as this is happening, like get
Yep.
the premonition.
Yep.
Okay. So Zaya's
it matter
kind of
which
looking
version?
off.
Well, none of the other players or none of the other characters can currently see Zaya as you're each in your
Yeah.
cockpit. So.
Yep.
All right.
Cockpit.
Sweet. Added.
Cockpit. There you go, Tron.
Bang.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Yeah, allow me. On this, for those who don't know and didn't skip the pre-show, we currently found the Moby original, and Captain is very upset that we found this. Oh, God damn it. All right. Yes, so, Captain, as you look out the window, the ocean is dark. There is nothing that you can see as of right now. Nothing seems to move. Everything is quiet.
Then if just try and shut up. I'm going to just try to make for the surface so that we can try to just leave this area, get as far away from here as we can.
All right, as you begin to do so, you notice the automaton stops moving suddenly. All the lights go out, and everything goes deadly silent.
I try starting it back up.
How do you do so?
I take out the command rod, see if there's any damage, and I put it back in.
All right. Sorry, something caught in my throat.
It's the Moby.
As you go to turn it on and off again, as any true tech
Well?
support would tell you, nothing seems to change.
Um, are there any indicators whatsoever, showing like what would be wrong, or is it just everything completely just shut down?
Basically, in this room, you have a window in front of you, a center rod a rod in the center sticking up where you stuck the control rod into, and then the 4 different guns that are now have doors on the front of the automaton. But otherwise, there's no lights, there's no sound, nothing in this room.
Just as worrying.
Do the rest of us notice the power going out?
No, in your guys' areas,
Oh.
since you don't have lights in these little gun portions, gun turrets, if you will, everything seems to be fine. Your guns are still able to move around, and you're still able to see out.
Okay.
In fact, Cyrus, go ahead and give me a perception check real quick.
That I can do. Probably. Perception.
All right. You suddenly see a pair of glowing eyes staring at you. They are about the same size as the turret that you're sitting in. They seem to glow with a bright yellow light, and although you don't see a face to whatever this is.
Can I tell, obviously, well, like distance or guessing
The
how far
eye
away?
is within inches of your gun.
Huh. Um.
Yeah.
Think, does there seem to be any, or how far away are we, like in, because are we yelling distance to like the cockpit?
Oh yes, you guys are basically there's only a door between you and the cockpit.
Okay. I will yell out, Captain, I have eyes outside my window. Like, yelling.
I have eyes on eyes.
I think the Leviathan might be here.
Hold on. I've got my own problems down here.
Do I hear that?
Hey, you remembered, Captain.
I'm trying.
As Captain's accent suddenly changes, as this whole situation's going on.
I've been meaning to do it throughout the campaign. I apologize.
Kips steps out of his gun turret, turns and walks to the back of the boat or the automaton and back to his lab.
Did I hear Cyrus?
Yeah, he's pretty loud at this point. It was pretty clear.
I have a feature because of my warlock class that allows me to telepathically communicate with any aberration, beast, or elemental with water, like within 120 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say I need to be within view. Can
Okay.
I attempt to reach out with this telepathic ability to try and speak with whatever this thing is? It's presumably the Leviathan.
Yeah. What do you wish to say to it? And does it have to make a save?
No, I just communicate with it. It's not charm or anything.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hello, please. We come in peace. We are trying to flee the city I believe you wish to destroy.
You
We
say
can
with
help
guns
you.
out.
Well, if you allow us to make a deal, we can work things out. And can I roll persuasion or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna try to roll with a real dice. Let's see how this goes. Fuck. Well, I got a nat 1, but plus 14's 15.
No sounds are heard, and you continue. You hear no response as the automaton starts to slightly screech as if something's starting to crumple it.
Oh, so we're being like attacked. I don't have any visuals on it at all.
Nope.
I'm assuming I would hear this.
Yeah, it's pretty clearly heard that you can hear copper or bronze starting to crumple. Yes,
Hey.
Kips?
The whale, this thing thinks we're an actual whale.
Shit.
I love that response. That's what you hear over the intercom, guys.
No.
And I'm just like, yep.
Diagnostics.
Nothing. You hear nothing.
Can I yell out to Captain and say, hey, it's not wanting to negotiate right now. Book it or fight, guys.
Captain, give me a perception check.
Feck. 13.
Well, you suddenly see what looks to be a black circle suddenly appear in front of the automaton, and then close as a very large figure suddenly is standing there that almost looks like a goat man with giant horns and a red face. And at the same time as this creature seems to suddenly appear out of this circle, you see what looks to be a very large black object or dark object coming your way. You'd guess probably a rough estimate would say this thing's almost gargantuan, maybe. And it's heading straight for you, along with a bunch of smaller creatures that are, roughly from here your distance, so small to medium sized.
I would like to look at the fuel port to see if it was damaged.
Okay. As you turn and look into the room where the crystal shard was put, it seems to be fine. It's still shooting off magical particles.
So it looks like that's still operating.
From what you know, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get back to the cockpit, and I'm going to.
As you walk into the cockpit, you see brown pants laying on the floor.
Are they my pants?
No, they just
Okay.
suddenly appeared.
Who's stripping in the hose?
Everyone hears
Excuse
this.
me, what?
I think we got bigger problems than pants.
If I strip this, I'm not very well defended.
Why are you talking about pants? We're being attacked.
I brush it off. Like I just stop listening to everyone. And I keep like trying to look around the control room to see if I can find basically a reboot switch.
You see,
Are we firing?
Yeah.
Captain.
I
Can
didn't
our
hear what you
guns
said.
still work?
Are we firing? Should we fire?
If you can, sorry, fire if you can.
Attempt to
I
fire.
don't know if it's gonna work.
Okay. All right, everyone, roll initiative.
Uh,
And it
I'm gonna
begins.
use a different D20 because the first one gave me a nat 1.
Ooh, wow.
26, Cyrus. Jesus, man.
Apparently.
The sad thing is you tied with the
21.
Leviathan. All
21.
right.
I got 21.
21, and then Captain is a 19. All right. Cyrus, you're up first.
Cameron.
What?
Yeah.
He said it out loud.
Yeah, I got it.
Sorry.
I will, since this thing's like right outside my gun, I will attempt to fire this ice cannon weapon thing.
All right, roll a d20 plus your intelligence modifier, please.
Okay.
I hope this is all based off personal spellcasting modifiers.
Intelligence, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. You as you try to shoot the gun, nothing happens.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Would you like to do anything else, Cyrus, with your turn?
Can I try it again?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll again with the same roll.
Go.
As you
Can't figure it out.
as you're holding this, what looks to be just a iron rod sticking out of the ground and trying to press the button on top, trying to figure out why it's not working, continuously and repeatedly pressing it in a slight panic. The thing seems to fizzle every few seconds, but nothing happens.
If you break it,
Okay.
so help me God.
All right. Well, as the ship begins to crumble, it is. Allow me to roll. It is going to try and just going to use a basic situation here. Does a 33 hit the AC of the automaton, Captain? It is written in the description.
Just a moment. Uh. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, you kind of wrote it a little bit all over.
I
the
wrote
place.
it according to what the old 5e thing was, or 3.5e thing was. So.
Yes. Sorry. Overall AC 2. Yes.
All right. And then it takes a total of 14 bludgeoning damage.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Just so keep track of that.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. And it's going to continue squeezing as it does. That is a 23 to hit with 12 bludgeoning damage as it continues to restrict it.
1 second, I'm trying to find a spot to record this shit. Oh God, this is bad. This is really not good.
I believe it has like 90 HP, right?
Yes.
You can breathe underwater, right?
For about a minute.
Oh, well, good.
I can.
You're only a few thousand leagues under the sea. All right. Prepare to relive Pirates of the Caribbean. All right. That is the end of its turn as the creature stops squeezing or continues its squeezing. Malthor, you're up. Malthor, say something. I think Malthor has died. I will give him a moment.
Cool. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to think of whatever the hell I can do to fix this goddamn ship.
Malthor, yo. I will start fucking spamming him, I swear to God. Can't hear you, buddy. If you're talking, we can't hear. I'm just gonna disconnect him and have it so he'll reconnect.
Oh, he's typing.
No, I know. I just disconnected him.
Oh, Yeah, he's probably having the same bug I am, where I just stop hearing people and have to rejoin.
There we go.
Yeah,
Now I can hear you.
yeah. You're welcome. All right,
Thank
you're up, Malthor.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna immediately try to fire.
Roll intelligence.
Oh god.
It's just a normal intelligence check, basically a d20 plus your intelligence
19.
modifier. The device seems to start to fire up, and you're shooting ice. Am I correct in that?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Roll a d100 for me.
Did not have the D100 ready. Boop.
Always have the d100 ready.
Always have everything ready.
63.
You kidding me?
All right. As the device, or as you turn to shoot, you manage to find the edge of the Leviathan's tail and manage to freeze it solid.
I freeze the Leviathan solid.
The tail.
I'm gonna try and attack again with it, aiming for another portion if I can see it.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll another d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Please. Please. 20!
All right. Roll another d100.
What does the 64 get me?
All right, as the creature, as you see it, it manages to freeze more of the tail as you continue layering on ice. It kind of starts to go down and drag farther down the beast and wrapping around. Captain, you can hear the gun shooting off. You also can start to hear something like very hard hitting against the hull.
I'm gonna shout out, I froze the tail!
And it's at that point Malthor realizes he just gave the Leviathan a mace. Zaya, given
Yeah.
with your premonition, go ahead and let me. What do you want to do? Are you rolling to attack it?
Do I see the Leviathan?
Yes, you can clearly see the thing is wrapping and starting to crumple the
Okay.
ship.
Then I'm not gonna attempt the gun. I wish to okay, what is it? What is it? Cast slow on it. I need it to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it can do that. That's a 26.
Yeah, it succeeds.
All right.
Well, okay, I get 2 actions because I'm not moving, correct?
Yep.
Then I'll try to use the gun for my other action.
All right, give me an intelligence check.
Oh boy, couldn't have been charisma.
Nope. You can't seduce the gears here, the controls.
I mean,
Well,
you can try.
5.
I can be very active towards
As
it.
you start to click the button on it, it fizzles for a moment and doesn't do anything.
All right.
Only one smart enough to make this
Then
work right
I'm panicked. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action
Okay.
to where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Grasp of the Deep. Create a 10-foot long tentacle within 60 feet of me and make a melee spell attack against the creature. For cold or lightning damage, I'm doing lightning.
Okay.
So I gotta make a melee spell attack against it. I'm assuming
Melee.
it's within 60 feet.
Thank
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's melee, not melee.
Melee.
Oh.
you. Every
Melee.
Smash Bros.
Bug.
fan wants to die right now.
Melee.
14.
As the tentacle makes an attack to hit the creature, it seems to dodge right past it.
This isn't good. I'm gonna shout out to Captain. Why can't we move? We clearly can't fight this thing.
With
I
that,
guess
I'm going
that'll be
to
my
attempt
turn.
to move the ship down.
It is Captain's turn. All right, Captain, how are you gonna try and move it down?
The command rod is. I'm
Yes.
assuming it operates like a joystick. Yes.
You don't know.
Well, that's how I was starting to bring it up.
You had put it in, or you had put the command control rod in, and you had just given it orders to move out beforehand.
All right. Well then, I'm going to take out the command rod and see if there is a sort of I don't know, remote function on it.
You don't see anything that to that concept.
Then I would like to place it back in and make an intelligence check on the fucking control room that I'm in,
Okay.
because I'm at a fucking loss
All
of
right.
what to do.
Give me an intelligence
Um,
check.
Fucking dice be with me. Oh yay!
Come on.
No modifiers. 14.
You suddenly remember this whale works on commands.
I
Try again.
I shout in my head, move hard left.
You hear a robotic voice come back to you. Currently stuck.
Disengage maneuvers.
Currently stuck.
This robot is sassy.
Grasped by outer beings.
Electrify outer hull.
Roll a d100 for me.
Yes.
Oh.
Holy. That's gonna be 98, sir.
As the
Oh.
Leviathan screams out in utter pain as the entirety of the outside, everyone who is in a gun turret currently can see as electricity starts to flow off this thing. The Leviathan is just being electrocuted to no end. However, Captain, you can see that the creatures in front of you are getting closer. Voice crack.
It's okay, you'll hit puberty someday.
Motherfucker, I'm older than you.
It's a joke. It happens to everyone. It
I-
happens to my dad.
I
Anyways,
drink my whiskey harder than you. Go ahead.
Is it still my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if talking to the ship counted as actions or not.
Nope.
Are we unstuck? Is what I'm gonna shout in my head.
Currently withheld.
Shock it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna electrify outer hull again.
Low battery.
I'm gonna check the crystal.
You see that it's very dim, and there's very few particles sparking off of it.
Shit.
Ask for magical assistance from allies?
However, that does count as a movement.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna shout into the intercom. I need someone's assistance to charge the battery. Oh, sorry. I'll voice next time. I'm focusing too hard. But that's what I say.
Okay. Alright. As you do so, Kips, sitting in your lab, you hear this over the intercom. You also hear electrocutions and the squeezing. You still have an extraction rod that's set up in your lab that can poke outside, and it is currently kind of jammed into a piece of the Leviathan.
An extraction rod.
Yep.
Explain what you mean by that, DM.
It looks to be a long piece of iron that has a sort of kind of like drill and needle at the end of it, and a secondary hand or arm onto it that looks like it's able to collect pieces off of the sea floor or to extract liquid from an object.
Extract liquid, you say?
Hmm.
Can I get some Leviathan blood?
You theoretically can. It's within attacking range. Please roll a d20 plus your intelligence.
You know what? I don't know. Let's see here. Leviathan is currently wrapped around this dork, as it has been referred to. Correct?
Yes, the Great Dork.
The great
Yes.
door.
Sorry, the Great Dork. My
Mhm.
bad. I see. Okay. So I'm gonna cast banishment.
Okay.
On what? The
That
dork?
that
or
is a
the-
charisma saving throw on its part. What did you get?
I got a 10.
It fails.
Oh my god.
Poof.
It is banished to its native plane of existence if it is, but if this is its native plane of existence, it is sent to a
Harmless plane.
harmless one, I believe.
It disappears completely as the rest of you just see this thing vanishes.
Who the fuck did
Fucking
what?
move it. No. Bolt. Go, 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 go.
Also, Kips, give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Am I able to move the ship during this? Like once I see that it's gone?
We'll get to that here in a moment. Once you give me your
Okay,
perception
sorry.
check, Kips.
That would be a 17. What's
All right.
up?
Give me a moment. I am gonna let me find something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh gods.
I
Visit
could
pattern
kiss
delta.
you right now.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't last forever. Banishment
Kips,
does
yeah,
not
well,
last
we have like a
forever.
minute, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
a minute to get the F out of Dodge.
Well, if it
And every
it
round is 6
reappears in the
seconds.
same place, right?
Yes.
So it should, if we move fast enough, depending on how fast the thing goes, it'll still have to at least catch up to us again.
Plus, we'll have to probably.
And it
burn
may
some
be
guns to
weighted
make ourselves
down with the
more power.
ice tail.
I can only do this two more times, by the way.
That's fine. I can't
seems
believe
like-
I thought about electrifying the whole.
Yeah, no, that was a good move. I was scared you were gonna electrocute us though, but
Yeah,
No.
I didn't really think it would electrocute the inside because submarines are multiple layers in order to insulate the inside from the
Okay.
outside.
we know.
You see two things. The
Alright.
first is something very sparkly where the Leviathan was suddenly fall to the ground
Can I?
and smack into the rock. It's about 50 feet out. It just lands on the bottom of the seafloor that you can see. It continues to sparkle and looks kind of box shaped. Secondly, you see something out your window that's coming straight at you. A very large red object is swimming straight towards your direction.
Very large red object?
Yes.
That's all I see. It's
Yep.
nothing. It's just large and red.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming straight at us.
And it's getting bigger the closer it gets.
Is it a squid?
Nope. You're guaranteed that.
Is it the Moby?
No. You wish. All right. So as Captain wants, I'm gonna allow Captain to take a chance for a bonus action. Captain, what would you like to do?
I would like to tell the ship to advance forwards at medium speed.
It does. As it just starts moving as you kind of wobble for a second. Everyone but Captain, please give me a perception check.
Okay.
Great.
I got an 8.
Okay.
19.
19. All right.
13.
You all, well, Kips, you see that whatever that object was that's swimming towards you is coming quicker, a lot quicker, and it's starting to chase you. Secondly, the rest of you, sitting in your gun turrets, you suddenly see about 4 small rust monsters coming straight at you from the sides, as well as a large dragon turtle that is coming straight at the front of the ship that Captain is sending it straight you guys straight towards, along with what you realize is a high class level demon standing there laughing.
I'm going
Underwater?
to
Yep.
mildly get angry, and I'm gonna. I so want to flip the demon off, but I know better.
Well, that's great. Now it's going to make an attack, as one of the rest monsters is going to attack the ship. The Moby, goddammit, the Great Dork. Biting on. That is a 16 to hit with 6 piercing damage. As you, Captain, you can just hear water starting to trickle in.
How much damage was that again?
6 damage.
Okay.
16 hits the ship?
Wait,
Yep.
wait. With
Yeah.
the dork being a magical object, rust monsters would have the magical object would have to roll a save against the rust monsters.
They're
a
only
rusting one.
they're only biting it. They're not using their rust ability, which is yeah. Yep. The second rust monster rolls a 4 to hit,
Still hits.
taking 7 damage.
What?
The AC is
Turn on
2.
the shields.
I thought we had shield. Yeah.
Why is this thing's AC 2?
No, that's what the book I was using has it written down as. This is based on a gnomish submarine, for those wondering, from 3.5.
Yeah, but 3.5 used a different AC method than 5. So our AC numbers aren't going to correlate.
Wait, let me check that.
Because they did this weird, like, you had started with, like, a negative AC or something like that.
Wait.
I remember making my fighter character. He had a starting as a dwarf. It was a lot lower than a fighter in 5th. AC was something like 10.
Well, he's right. Give me a moment. Shit. Wait, there's a conversion. Give me a moment.
Please tell me it's higher than 16.
No, it's not. It's gonna be at most 10. I'm just trying to find the conversion ratio. Yeah, okay. Sorry, it's 4.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's 4 now.
For example, okay, wait. An Iron Golem has an AC of 30 and a Challenger at 13. It's D&D. Okay. Okay. So it would be a. Its current AC is 6, you said? Or 2?
The current AC is 2.
And with the challenge rating being. Okay. So, yes. Sorry, it would have a 10 AC. My apologies.
Okay, so the
I will
last
edit
2
that item.
attacks wouldn't have hit.
Yep, so you can take that damage off. I will edit that in the future. Remind me about that later.
Okay, we'll do.
Alright. Lucky you. As the
Thank you,
last
Cyrus.
rust monster takes a hit, 16 to hit, doing 9 piercing damage. Made up for it.
For reference, that means we're not leaking because that
Yes,
creature
you
would
are
have hit.
now, as this last one has pierced the hole with its teeth.
Fair enough.
At a medium speed, you guys continue moving on, and the next monster just continues to chase. Okay. And the last thing that
Can I shout "Go up, big turtle"?
you're gonna yell. So you're gonna say, wait, say that again.
I want to shout at the top of my lungs, "Demons and turtles, go up!"
Am I allowed to react to that?
The great dork responds, and you all start to feel the gravity of the situation flattening you as the submarine starts floating up at a very quick pace, outpacing the creatures that were laying on it.
Someone mend the hull.
All right.
I don't have mending.
Going all the way back up to the top.
I can destroy water.
Cyrus, you're up as you just feel yourself being kind of forced down. You can see the creatures down below you are still giving chase as you guys are rocketing towards the surface.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Okay. Did I hear Captain say we're out of battery power or low on battery power?
Yes,
Yeah,
well, he
I
said
would have shouted that my last turn.
he asked for assistance with it, yeah.
Okay. Being that these are crystals from my home, would I know if I can recharge them by potentially casting into them?
Given your background as a mage, yeah, you're pretty familiar that these things can store magic, and they can either come from a specific person or they'll recharge over time.
Okay, I will head to where I know that crystal was.
Alright, give me a dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
as the gravity of the situation is rather tough. Alright, as you manage to stay on your feet and not fall over from the gravity pushing you down, you manage to come into the room and see that the crystal has grown extremely dim and is growing dimmer by the second. What would you like to do?
Higher magic spell, please.
I will cast a level 4 mind thrust into it if it makes difference.
Nope, doesn't matter what the spell is, more matters on the slot.
So a level 4 slot.
All right. The crystal starts to glow a little brighter, but still rather dim as you guys continue rocking up. The Leviathan being gone. Oh, did you have something else you want to do, Cyrus?
Yeah, quick question.
Yes.
This crystal, was this the crystal that was on Captain's belt when I
Yes,
saw it before? Okay.
that is correct.
Okay.
All right. The Leviathan being gone and banished. Malthor, you're up. You're rocketing towards the surface. What would you like to do?
I'm guessing I heard the ask for help with magic too.
You did.
I'm gonna try and get there too, because I have something I can throw some charges of into it.
All right. As you run in there, you have no idea what's going on, as you've never seen one of these things before.
I'm gonna look at Cyrus and say, "What do I do?"
Cast into it.
Wow, died. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my sword and cast and use a charge of chain lightning at 6th level.
Okay. The thing suddenly glows a lot brighter, illuminating the room.
Both of you back to your stations. This will work for now.
I think someone should sit here and keep it charged. And honestly, with my magic item, I might be able to do that. I can do that 4 more times.
You stay, Cyrus, back to your station.
Okay.
Voice.
All right. Zaya, you're up.
Yep. Do I know about the water leaking into the ship?
You do not.
Do not. Okay. And I'm gonna shout, "Is everything okay down there?" Because I heard the request for help.
It is now.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's nothing within range of us to like attack with the gun, correct?
There's plenty of stuff below you that's coming up after you that you can clearly see, but it's gonna take a little bit.
How far away?
You'd guess around 60 feet minimum.
60 feet. Okay, okay.
If you're accurate, you could hit it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Any of my spells that require clouds wouldn't work underwater, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Okay, so can't use those. Yeah,
I also did shout for the mending of the ship.
you did. Yeah. See, that's the thing.
None of us have
I
mending.
can't mend. I could potentially.
You don't have to
stop
do it
them.
magically.
Do you want to trust Zaya with patching the ship with metal?
I could.
It
I
buys
could maybe
time.
do stuff. How fast are the creatures approaching on us?
They're keeping pace pretty well at 60 feet away.
Okay, but the ship's keeping pace as well.
Yes, that's correct.
Then I am going to leave my station to look for the leak. I want to handle the leak if possible.
Okay. As you run out, looking about in the in the main hub, I guess the at the wheel, you see no holes as you continue heading back. You see a small one leaking just slightly in the same room as the crystal. It seems to just be big enough to where you could fit a small dagger through.
My winter allows me to cast Ray of Frost as a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
No charge. Could I potentially freeze the hole over to block it?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Okay, attack roll with my spell
Mhm.
attack DC.
Correct.
Okay. Please, 19.
Okay. Give me a moment. God, I can't spell today.
Doing it as a cantrip.
Yeah, no, I got
Don't
you.
know if that makes a difference.
Nope, you're fine. That's not what I'm dealing with. I'm looking something up real quick. All right. As the hole seems to freeze, the hole is completely cleared through. There's now a piece of like ice sticking out of the Great Dork, but otherwise the hole has been sealed.
Okay, and I use my movement. I'm assuming I can't do another action.
Correct.
I'm gonna ask my grasp of the deep. It allows me to create a tentacle that just lasts for a duration. I don't have to maintain concentration. Does that move with me? Because it says with a bonus action I can move it. So I'm not sure if it would move with me or if it'd stay back where it was.
Say that again.
I created a. Do you want me to send you the description of the feature?
No, just say it again because I was typing something.
Okay. I created the tentacle from Grasp of the Deep that lasts for a duration. I don't need concentration. it says it's a bonus action. I can move it. Would it move with me on the ship, or would it
No,
be
you'd have to
stuck where it
actually
was?
you'd actually have to use your bonus action to
Okay.
move it.
But can I see it or sense it?
You can sense it. You can't see it at this point. It's too far below you.
Can I just estimating like where it was, how we moved, just wildly swing around with it and hope to hit
Yeah.
something with it?
As you do so, nothing happens that you can tell.
Okay, then I guess I'll hold there in the hall, and that'll be my turn.
As you end your turn, secondary vision suddenly smacks you in the face. All right, Captain, you're up.
Okay. I've been going over my game plan this whole fucking time, just trying to figure out which one's the best
Yep.
move.
To conserve power, you should probably remove the orbs that are not in use, meaning mine, since I'm going to be charging the battery. The attack orb.
Yeah. Which number gun were you?
I don't know. I was one of the ice ones. Remove empty ice one.
Yeah. Deactivate unoccupied ice cannon.
Okay. You don't hear anything, but you do hear, or you don't hear a confirmation from the ship, but you do hear that the door suddenly, door slams shut in near the captain, or the captain's. What's the word I'm looking for? The front of the ship, or the automaton. Thank you. And everything, or it goes silent.
All right.
And then, if we're booking it, we need to book it.
Yeah, I'm going to How far away are we from the surface?
You don't know in the room you're currently in. You are in the main battery hull.
Access outer vision.
Sorry for the silence. There's just like multiple ideas that I'm trying to figure out which one's the best one.
Trick question. None of them are.
Cyrus, Zaya, not helping.
Here, I can help.
I'm going to stop.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
Full speed, vertical and forwards as well. So diagonally up and forwards.
Confirmed, as the thing starts to go at an even faster pace.
I shout over the intercoms, "Hold on!" Look.
Is there anything for me to brace myself against?
The floor.
Yeah, do I have anything?
You're sitting in a chair currently, as the gravity is getting worse. Kips, you suddenly feel the gravity of the ship flying up, just going at a much faster pace. It's starting to slam you down into the ground slightly. What would you like to do, Kips?
Alright, so
Drop.
Glass vials are starting to shatter, and rats running around screaming.
oh god fucking damn it. Not my fucking shit. Anyways. So
At least you have mending.
what's chasing us?
As you look down the window, you recognize, finally, taking a look. Give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
You hope to recognize.
Perception. 17.
Alright, give me a moment.
Oh god, we're all gonna die. Oh god, saying a prayer. Saying a prayer.
Oops.
And I'll put a prayer to our prospective gods, because otherwise we're screwed.
Alright, there you go.
Let me see. Oh, you actually put the.
Yep.
Oh, You actually put that in.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. So. How about? Okay, wait a second. Let me see what I got. I think I got something for this.
I think Kips wants to do a spacewalk.
Yeah, that's exactly
You
no.
crazy.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
if at max, you will die.
I'm
I
going to.
mean,
I'm going to cast command on this thing,
Okay.
and
You
I'm
don't
gonna
have
tell it to. Actually,
no, not the thing you're in.
yeah, I'm gonna cast command on the Baylor.
Okay.
And can I tell it uh to fight the other ones by chance?
Fight
Is
the
that an
dragon
option?
turtle.
No, it won't do anything that could possibly lead to its death.
Yeah, but it won't die from 5 rest monsters.
But it does damage to its
Yeah,
level
it
above.
wouldn't do it.
You could ask it to distract them, because that doesn't involve it getting damaged.
Well,
I'm gonna cast a banishment on the Baylor.
okay. That's a wisdom
That-
saving throw.
Yeah.
Charisma. I thought it was charisma.
Yeah,
Does
you said
that
Charisma,
take
charisma.
away
charisma,
the banishment from
charisma.
the Leviathan?
That's a 20.
Yeah, it's Constitution or concentration.
It is concentration.
It failed, so it doesn't matter.
Oh. Well, that still brings the Leviathan back as it just suddenly pops
No,
back
no,
in.
no, 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 no. Not. I'm not talking about like. No, I failed.
Yeah, I know.
It's good.
Yes. And as the Leviathan suddenly pops back into existence as you concentrate on another banishment, you see it's just completely confused as you look out the window, as it's still where it was.
Yep.
With an icy tail.
Does it crash into the other monsters?
Nope. They're far above it now. Alright.
Question, can we blame
Is it
the
by
rust
my
monsters?
tentacle?
Nope. Yes it is, actually. The creatures continue. However, Captain, as you are still in the magical, or you are still in the battery room, I assume, correct?
Yeah, because it's right next to the hold.
As you and Malthor are standing in there, you suddenly see that the door that you guys came through seems to have a dark circle into what is only can only be described as an abyssal blackness on the other side of it, and out walks a very large or a very huge creature that's red-skinned with glowing golden eyes, giant horns, and it's just staring at you as it begins to stab at the door.
Can you flood that
I
area?
shout in abyssal, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Does a 24 or does a 22 hit the?
Yes, it hits the fucking door.
That's 24 points of slashing damage.
Does
take
that
down
count
the
to the
door?
ship?
Yep, it
or
does.
Oh,
And at that, the crystal seems to dim even more. Um,
We need to drop off this thing.
how much
as
damage was that?
24.
Okay.
As the creature just looks at you and smiles and says, "Poor unfortunate souls in Abyssal."
You poor
In
unfortunate
pain,
souls.
in need.
I'm gonna
So
intimidate
sad.
the fuck out of that.
So
And
true.
it casts it uses its fire aura on both Malthor
Can I
and
try to hit it with the hammer first as a reaction?
do you have a reaction
Resistance.
that allows you to attack?
I do.
Okay, then yes, you may use a reaction.
Okay.
Roll good.
Trust me, I'm trying. But where did the... 1 sec, I have no idea where that dice went.
No worries.
We're all dead.
Okay, I found it. Modifier. Oh, that's right, the hammer changed.
It did.
Did it awaken more?
No, it went back to dormant, but the hammer is now the more DM. Like, Oh Jesus Christ! Yes, please, thank you. That is gonna be 20. No, 30 to hit.
Okay, that
No, sorry,
hits.
28. 28.
Oh,
Sorry,
28.
28.
Let's see. That does hit.
Okay. Whew. Be still my beating heart. Um, and what's the ABS improvement?
Look on your character sheet. It's an ability score improvement you have on your class feature.
You have abs now. Congrats.
Yeah,
The six pack
meaning
will
you
save
could
us
get an
all.
improvement to your score or a new feat, just as a heads up for after game.
Oh, okay. I thought I
If
added
you
that last time.
live.
My bad. Um,
Roll-
okay. I'm gonna do not that one. But I
Roll
appreciate
damage.
it. I'm doing the improved version of the damage, which means I have to take 1d4. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So 22 is the damage I dealt, and I take 3 damage.
All right. Okay. As you do so, it's still going to begin its fire aura. All right. So, do aren't being worn or carrying night. A creature to. Okay. However, because you did touch this creature, you're still gonna take 27 fire damage.
Say what?
Yeah. Fire aura. It's basically it's a thing makes everything that touches the Baylor or
Wait,
light on fire.
Did he hit it before it activated?
Technically, it's always activated. I just was clicking into it
Ah.
to do the 5 feet for both him and Malthor. So 27 points in
Well-
total to Captain, and it is only a 3d6 for the 5 feet of. So it's 15 points of fire damage to Malthor.
Oh, good. Is that already halved for me?
Nope, that does not have that. Straight the dice, so feel free to have that.
7.
All right. As that's part of its main thing, it's going to stab now at Captain with its longsword.
Question, DM.
Yes.
I know I was somewhere close in there, but I was heading back to the thing. Do I see this attacking?
Yes,
Okay.
it's very clearly.
As he attacks on this time, I will use my chronal shift to force him to re-roll.
Okay. Does a 20 hit, Captain?
Yeah.
So a total of 32 points of damage is done to you.
Doesn't
20,
your cloak do anything?
20 slashing and 12 lightning.
Okay. Zaya, what'd you say?
Doesn't your cloak do protection stuff?
From
Or
magic?
the fire?
Captain does have resistance to everything. He just didn't see it, so you can half all of that.
Yeah, please don't die.
Okay.
Yeah, that's half damage on everything that hits you, man.
Sorry, I didn't really have a chance to look at the cloak, and it really didn't look like it did anything.
Oh, gets an ancient. No, okay.
Okay. So, okay. Allow me to read this then, because this is all it says on my item description. It just talks about the cloak? It's like
I
what
know.
it looks like.
But if you look at your
it does-
defenses on your character sheet, you see how it says immune to charmed, and then you have resistance to all.
Wait, what the? What the?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing I remembered to remind you.
So you take half
You're
damage.
welcome, the bard.
Yeah, you
Thank
take.
you.
There you go.
Please don't die.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second.
No, feel free. Take a moment.
Figure out the damage you actually take. Hint at half of what you were going to. Oh.
Does that mean even his own 1d4 that he inflicted on himself would
Yep.
also technically?
All
Okay,
damage.
that's cool.
Yep, he is resistant
Awesome.
to everything.
Emotional damage, not. However, you're still emotionally scarred.
Yeah, that's been away for a
Yeah,
while.
you now are seeing as Baylor doesn't wear any pants. His whip isn't hiding very much.
Oh, great.
And it looks
Okay,
like
I
this.
believe I'm fully healed back to what I should have been.
All right. So up next, Cyrus, you're up, buddy. As you see this thing slashing at Captain left and right.
Okay. And I missed that, Captain. Do you look better now? Or are you not?
I was about 12 out of 74 to about 49 out of 74. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, then DM, quick question. I have that wand of cure moderate wounds
Yes.
that was from very early on.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast more than one charge out of it at a time?
Oh yeah, it'd just be 2 separate actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one charge per action.
Yep.
So I will think about that. Quick, grab it out of my backpack, and I will pump 2 charges of that, which is
Into the whale.
Yeah. Yeah, heal the Moby or the dork.
It's the only thing that'll keep us
Heal
alive.
the dork.
so it's 2d8 plus my spell casting.
Yep. All right.
So you get
Oh.
that. Wow, that's one charge.
Yep.
Well, after seeing that, how I don't need the numbers, but how well does that make Captain look? I assume that makes.
Well, out of 74, that make him a 72.
So seeing
Captain's
seeing
gonna
that,
do
yeah,
again.
Captain's probably feeling
Even
a
his
lot
eye
better after the
bags.
first charge.
Captain's feeling pretty peppy.
Okay.
I will. Oh, sorry, I gotta look see what this does if I upcast it. Nothing. That's okay. I will attempt it anyway. I will cast haste on Captain
Oh.
using my last 4th level slot.
And that gives him advantage, if I remember correctly. Oh, there it is.
Nope.
+2 to AC,
Okay.
advantage on dex saves, and an additional action which
Cast on the dork.
equals, like if it's attack, it's only one other attack.
Okay.
Which you can engage all it there.
Fair enough.
All right, thank you very much.
All right. As you do this, Cyrus, you're still in the turret at this point.
Okay.
Looking out, both you and Kips, as you're the only ones near windows at this point, see what looks to be a large icy mace coming straight at the great dork. You'd consider this gargantuan. As it slams against you, casting partial freeze. That is 50 cold damage during as the Leviathan partially freezes itself as it grabs onto the great dork and pulls it back down.
None of us take this damage, just the ship.
Nope, the ship doesn't even technically take damage. The Leviathan takes the damage.
Oh.
It's frozen
Why does it
itself
want to get
partially.
on the ship?
It's not. It's just holding the ship and dragging it back down. The ship is not able to resist as the Leviathan weighs too much.
Ah.
Thinking.
Okay. Anyone have
Alright.
polymorph?
I've got a fucking plan.
Malthor, you're up.
Okay,
Mm.
first I'm gonna handle the
Charge the
Baylor.
ship, charge the
It's
ship,
within
charge the
5
ship.
feet of me.
Say again?
So I'm handling the Baylor first. First,
Okay.
I'm using my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm casting Wrathful Smite on my sword.
Okay.
Next time I hit it with a melee attack during the spell's duration,
Mm-hmm.
I deal 1d6 psychic damage. Additionally, if the target creature it must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me until the spell ends. And then I'm gonna haul ass and whoop the shit out of this Baylor
Okay.
with my Draco Blade.
Does a 12 save?
No, it would not.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
I'm calling Smite, so I'm calling 2nd level Smite, so that's 3d8 already, 48 because it is a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
So 48 1d6.
You take 17 fire damage, just as a heads up for hitting it.
I'll half that in a second.
That's fine.
15 damage, and it's frightened of me. That's wait, that's without the sword damage. Crap. Okay, 15 magical damage, radiant and psychic.
Got it.
And then the sword damage is 10, so 25 total damage.
All right. Taking
And
8
then
points of
that's just
fire
the first
damage.
attack.
Yeah, go ahead. You're
I
good.
take 8 points of fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit this again for that. Does a 24 hit?
It does. And you take 8 more points of fire damage.
Damage. And this is another second level smite, so first the attack, and then I'll do the smite. So the sword does 11 damage on its own.
Okay.
This is just smite, so 48.
What'd you roll?
22.
22. Got it.
Brain
All right.
is tired.
Okay.
I have radiant damage to it.
The Baylor does not seem bothered yet.
Then I'm going to turn the unholy.
Okay.
Channel Divinity, I need another wisdom saving throw.
Does a 25 save?
Yes, it does. It's not stunned for a minute.
All right.
But is there any other fiends within 30 feet?
There is not.
All right.
Okay.
That's my other action. That was my bonus
Do
action.
I count as a fiend?
No.
Dead.
Zaya, you're up.
Yep. I assume I hear the Leviathan.
You
hitting the
can
ship.
see it. Oh no, you can see the Baylor.
No.
You can the Leviathan.
Oh, I
yeah,
can?
yeah, you're in the
I
same
was gonna
room.
ask if I saw it. Okay, so I don't have to move to see it.
Nope, you are in the same room to see,
How
as the
far
Baylor.
from me is it?
About 15 feet from you.
Oh,
However,
can I move?
I will
Oh.
mention that both Captain and Malthor are between you and it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Can I? How big's the room? Like, am I back against the wall?
You were near a wall when you were going and fixing up the
Okay,
hole.
so moving's not worth it. I'm going to look at it, and I'm gonna growl under my breath, Infernal. I'm really not in the fucking mood for this, and I'm gonna cast Finger of Death. I need it to make a con save.
It will do so. Does a 20 save?
Yes, but it takes half. 78 plus 3 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, from my crowd because I am not in the mood for this. So half of 72.
30.
That
No.
is 36.
72 divided by 2. It is 36. Baylor still
lot of eights.
doesn't even look bothered.
Although it is scared of the paladin.
Yep.
It causes searing pain. I don't know if that does anything.
No, not really. Doesn't even seem to notice you.
Alright. So
That's
that's...
how Wanda wouldn't
And then
care.
I can't see the Leviathan at all.
No, not in this room.
You can
Alright, then-
command the ship, however, so you know if you want
Yeah,
to kind of electrocute
Can I... No, yeah, that's the thing. Can I...
Ask it to teleport away.
I don't know the command for the electric thing, right? I never heard Captain say that.
Nope.
Just shout out something.
Would that be an action to shout out something?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I want to shout out. Ship. Unfreeze the ice.
It does not respond.
Well,
You have to think a little bit more manual.
do I get a chance to yell another one?
Sure. I'll give you a chance.
Ship. Deploy. Electrocute it.
Nothing happens.
Isaiah don't know how to work this thing.
It's okay.
Zaya's just gonna. I can't even do that thing.
I'll take care of it. It's my turn next.
No,
Don't worry
no,
about it.
I get another action, right, DM?
Yes,
Move.
you didn't move. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck to do. What to do.
I throw some. If she notices
Wait.
gem dimming, I throw magic at that, but only I know.
Yeah, I don't know if I noticed that in the heat
Nope.
of the moment.
What's up, Zaya? So what are you gonna do, Zaya?
No, I'm looking at my spells. Huh, don't know if I have anything useful. How big is this room we're in?
Roughly about
Not
30
very.
feet by about 30 feet.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a whole lot bigger than I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
so that's 60 feet.
In total for the circumference? Yes.
Yeah, foot radius. How close are they all to him? The
Within
Baylor?
5 feet.
I'm within melee range.
Yeah, so not gonna do that
You
one.
should.
Pardon me, we're all within fireball range.
I don't have fireball. I'm not a sorcerer.
It does, though.
Shut up.
Thank you for reminding me
It's
about
not the
that.
only one. It's not.
Thanks, Cameron. Thanks.
Ask how the room was. I said I cast
Okay, hang on. How
Yes.
high level can I cast this bad boy? I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at level 3. I needed to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does a 12 succeed? God damn.
No, it's 18. So I whisper on a failed save. It takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me. So it's it does provoke opportunity attacks. It
Okay.
doesn't say it doesn't. So it has to move as far away from me as possible on top of
Roll the
taking
damage. Roll your damage
Yep.
first, and then I'll
I'm
have.
finally doing things. Psychic damage.
All right, 10. Got it. All right. I will start with Captain. Captain, roll your opportunity attack.
Alrighty,
see.
I shall do so.
Please, guys.
Whew. Does a nat 20 hit?
Roll to
Oh my
roll
gosh, yes.
roll to confirm, please.
Roll to come, please.
19.
Yes, it does
Fuck.
hit.
Okay. Oh, that was so close.
You still take 22 points of fire damage, by the way. So that's halved,
I
11
Bad
points.
because of your resistance.
I know. But I'm going to do a dual attack this time with hammer and cutlass.
Okay.
Into one attack. So that is gonna be. Here, let's do this.
I will mention everyone can hear screaming rat in the background this entire time.
I don't care.
I'm not. Gonna
Not very
pay attention to
worried.
that. We already knew this shit was rat infested the moment Kip got onto it.
That's so racist.
Not because he's
Excuse
rat.
me, bitch. What the fuck
Because
did
he
you just say?
carries a
I
rat
swear to
because he has a
God. I
cage
swear
full
to
of
God. I will let
rats.
this Baylor rip you apart. I swear to God.
Kips walks in, just starts healing Baylor. Yes. So
I will-
Captain,
Wait.
what'd you get for
Still
damage?
trying to figure out that damage.
DM, real quick, I forgot to scale up because I cast it at 3rd instead of 2nd. It should have taken another d6. Can I roll that real
Yeah,
quick?
that's fine.
Sorry, I forgot about it.
No worries.
That's 2 more, so 12.
All right, got it. Yes.
I
Captain.
did 27.
All right, as you slash into this thing, it's starting to look a little angry. And as you can start to
Ugh.
see pieces of it, or it's just starting to kind of get slashed open, and a glow is coming from underneath its flesh. All right.
I still have one more attack.
Well, that's your
thanks to
opportunity
haste.
attack. Oh,
Thanks to haste.
yep, that's true. Go
And
ahead.
with that, I'm going to try to pierce the exposed part that I slashed open
Okay,
with my cutlass.
that's a called shot. Go ahead.
I'm aware. That is going to be 24 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Double the damage.
That would be 18 in total.
Okay. You also take 10 more points of fire damage. As you pierce into this creature's chest, your cutlass melts. If it's non-magical.
No.
But the Baylor looks extremely uncomfortable right now. As the
Got metal in them.
as the metal starts to drip off and the hole is becoming wider. Malthor, opportunity attack. Roll to hit.
I did
Net
a
20,
thing.
baby.
Please roll. Roll. Please.
Roll to confirm. And 8.
Okay. Roll double
Sad,
damage.
But at least double damage, so.
Double die.
I am gonna be smiting on this though, so I get I get 8d8 of damage
Okay.
on this thing.
Kill it.
Plus the 9th because of the sword. 98 plus 8. 58 damage total.
All right. It's looking more and more angry as the hole is getting larger. The Baylor is mad. All right.
I am out of second level spell slots.
It's going to move away at its top movement speed, and it just vanishes.
Okay. Is that the end of all the opportunity attacks and
Yes.
stuff? I get a bonus action still.
All right. Well, the
and
Baylor's
I
gone.
Can't see the... No, that's fine. I don't need the Baylor. I don't see the Leviathan, correct?
No.
Okay. So, how hurt does everyone look?
Out there's looking about
I
a.
swear to God, if anybody else does the hit point thing, I'm going to kill that person
It
first.
was a joke. It was a joke.
He's looking all right. He's a little banged up, but not bad.
And Cyrus and Captain?
Cyrus looks
Cyrus
fine.
is in his room.
Oh, yeah, he's not there.
Yeah. I'm a little
Fine.
bruised
Okay.
up, but I'll survive.
Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, use my bonus action and give a Bardic Inspiration to Malthor, 1d8, and if you use it, you get 10 temporary hit points, yada yada, lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And that's my turn! I did a thing!
All right.
You did a
And
great thing.
How long
That
does
thing's
that
Yeah.
running away thing apply,
It's
Zaya?
Let me double
turn.
check, Dissonant Whispers. I haven't used it before.
One
it's
turn?
but
Is that
he
what
is
Cyrus
It's
said? Okay.
instantaneous. Yeah, he's must make a wisdom saving throw if just as far away from you, a deafened creature. It doesn't say how long it lasts.
All right, we'll stick to
It's
one turn
one
as
turn.
Cyrus recommended. So, all right, no worries.
And he's
Captain,
afraid of Malthor, so he won't be coming towards him at all for the next
you're
round.
up.
And I'm behind Malthor.
The Leviathan still has hold of the ship, yes?
Yes.
Ship would have informed him. Yes.
Hey, Zaya,
Yeah.
please listen.
Yes.
Electrify outer hole.
The crystal starts to dim for a moment as a scream is heard.
That was
Leviathan.
funny.
And the Leviathan, go ahead and roll 1d100 dice for me.
That was
Kill
so perfect.
Please.
Somewhere a
kill it.
chihuahua screams.
That is 85.
The Leviathan screeches out in pain and vanishes to the bottom of the ocean.
Malthor, battery, charge.
Got it.
Juice
Alright.
it up.
Captain, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
We're not
ship
in the
has
hold
stopped
at the moment,
moving.
right?
Yes, that is correct.
I would like to just head to the hold and just prep and try to just be ready for what's coming next.
As you look out, you see the ship has stopped moving.
As soon as I hear Malthor's go ahead, I'm gonna command the ship to start moving again.
Okay.
But
All right.
I know we're not moving at the moment.
Okay, we'll come back to you then. Kips! The rat is still screaming. There's glass everywhere. And there's now a Baylor standing in your room staring at you.
God fucking damn this piece of shit, Baylor.
Hey, it's hurting pretty fucking bad. You might be able to take care of him.
He's just gonna banish it.
What do I want to do? How do I want to deal with you?
You want to strangle it.
I'm
It-
not Sneaking Edge, sadly.
It looks very beat up overall.
Please
looks-
kill it. I want the XP.
Yes.
It
Freeze
looks
it or
very beat up.
something.
Yeah, this thing looks like it's almost on death's door at this point. The poor creature has iron or molten iron kind of dripped down
Poor
its chest.
creature.
There's a hole in its chest where there's a glowing light coming out of.
There's some
Finger of
radiant
death
damage
it.
burns on
Yeah,
it.
necrotic. It's looking tired. You got a
Hmm.
headache from dissonant whispers?
It looks terrifying.
Okay.
heavily
I'm gonna. Let's see. What do I want to cast? What do I want to hit you with? How about I do?
Feast.
I'll just do vampiric touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll whatever you need to roll.
Vampire demon.
Your cleric's a
Does
vampire.
Tasty,
a
tasty demon.
does a 19 hit?
It does. Roll damage.
Uh, 13 damage.
As the Baylor, or as you grab onto the Baylor, sucking the life out of it, the light starts to dim. It falls to the ground. Everyone
half of this
except for
too.
Cyrus, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
I can
heck.
do that.
27.
Well,
Okay.
remember you get a bardic inspiration.
Oh, I don't need it. 27.
I got a
Well-
7.
And
Okay.
everybody within 10 feet of me gets +5. Don't forget that.
Oh, so okay, so dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
You said
Oh,
plus
plus-
5 just because I'm near
remember-
you?
I
Yeah, within 10
remember
feet.
what happens. I'm fucking screwed.
I got 18.
You fail.
That's a lot of fire damage.
Good thing I have resistance to fire.
You know what? I really
86
use that.
points of fire damage as this creature just
Mm.
explodes in the Moby, or in the Great
That's-
Dork. By the way, the Great Dork
Divided
takes
by
the damage
2.
too.
I guess I get it divided by
Uh,
half,
to
and then
86?
half again.
Oh,
So,
sorry, 86 divided by 2
43.
is 43, and then that divided again is 21.
I am pretty low now, guys.
As the Baylor explodes. By the way, how's the Great Dork doing there, Captain?
There is water flooding in.
I
I'm
have
correct.
the ice on that one spot too.
The entire the Great Dork now has a hole where Kips's lab used to be. Kips, as you look down, you see water, and it's starting to flood in.
I
Really
thought-
quickly.
News update. You
Mending.
didn't move, so you have an action.
Mending.
I
Kips,
thought that the lab was not like it was technically a part of the ship, but I thought it was more like
you didn't
Mhm.
use your spell to go into it. You just said you were going back to it, so I assumed you went back to the room inside of the thing, not your own dimension thing. So there's just a hole with water starting to flood in. You can still get to the
have another
door.
Action.
What would you like
Or
to do,
move.
Kips?
I
Use
I-
rats to plug the hole.
Oh yeah, the rat's gone. By the way, it got
fucking
eviscerated.
rat.
It's no longer screaming.
well, you said you said it comes back, so I have
Yeah.
another rat. That's fine.
You will later. It's just not back yet.
Okay, that's good.
Drowning.
Phoenix rat.
I see. That this is an issue.
You also see a giant dragon turtle and what you now recognize as a young red shadow dragon swimming straight for the Great Dork.
I'm casting. No. Fuck that. Fuck no. No. Just no. I'm gonna cast. I'll cast. I'll cast Shadow Dragon.
Yep.
Huh.
I can hear Captain's annoyance.
Oh. What's wrong, Captain? What's the issue here?
I'm not magical, and I can't breathe underwater.
You know,
I can maybe
can't
fix
really-
that if it gets to my turn, Captain.
You know, I can't. You know what? I'm just gonna here. How is everybody near me?
Nope. They're in a
Anybody?
different room. They're in a room down below. Although it does now look like the Great Dork has a very large anus.
I'm you know, what? I'm just gonna walk over to where they are. I'm gonna walk over to where they are.
All right.
You're not gonna fix the hole.
As Kips just
Not
looks
the
at the
whole
hole,
time.
sees the monsters, walks around, goes to the door, and goes back to the kitchen floor to the battery room. You
Can I
see
cast anything?
everyone in the room, minus Cyrus, who's currently in his little turret, just having felt that explosion and can hear water coming from somewhere. Large amounts of it. Yeah, but everyone else is here.
Oh, okay. Can I,
Fun.
That's your
can I cast-
movement and your action, by the way.
Damn. Oh well. I'll do it next turn. It's fine.
Okay.
We're
All right.
good.
Well, luckily enough, the monsters are still swimming towards. They've still got one more, or they've got this one turn, and they will be caught up. Cyrus, looking down, you see that the dragon turtle and the shadow dragon are going to be right on top of you here in a moment, as the ship has stopped moving altogether.
And of course, I probably felt the explosion.
Yeah, and you can hear water kind of like coming in at a quick spout.
And I've probably heard Captain shouting commands to the ship.
Mhm.
And I remember it asking me what weapon I wanted.
Yep.
Start repair.
I am going to. And I don't remember. It's all verbal, not telepathic.
No, it's
right?
telepathic. They just
Telepathic.
keep using verbal commands because they want to.
I will think ship full speed up, and then if I can do a second one, I will attempt to get the ship to start repairing itself and just do ship initiate repair.
The ship robotic voice responds, low battery. Ship breaking.
I'll yell out, need more battery power.
Over the intercoms, you all hear emergency teleportation activated. Destruction
No!
upon teleportation activated.
No.
It is. You see
Cancel
the
command.
you see the crystal is charging itself suddenly and turning bright red from the green color it was earlier.
Can I try to make a reaction to pull out the crystal?
Cyrus, it's still your turn. What else would you like to do?
Fuck!
Get to the group.
Yeah, I
I
will.
can
I
give
will
us
attempt
water
to move to the group.
breathing.
All right.
Quick, everyone come here.
As you
Children,
open
come
the
hither.
door, heading into it, you see the scars of fire on the ground from where the Baylor was. You see poor Kips, who looks rather beat up from and very like having soot all over him from being exploded on by a demon. There are pieces of rat kind of clinging to his clothing. All right.
Everything is fine. This is normal. Everything is fine.
If I can, I will pump one more charge because I think that's
All right.
free action talk,
Yeah.
movement. And
Yeah.
yeah, I will one more charge of my wand thing, whatever the hell it is.
Okay. As you do so. Oh, what level are you doing at?
Well, it's just that wand that comes out at the
4th level.
2d8 plus 7 or plus.
Okay, so it's 2nd level. Okay, got it. All right. As you do so, casting it on the crystal, I assume, correct? Or are you casting this on someone?
No, I'll cast it on the crystal.
Okay. As you do so, you hear over the
Uh-huh.
intercom, teleportation, speed, sped, explosion, imminent.
Teleportation aware.
Gall.
Teleport to.
Mel,
No, we need to go to the Drownlands.
wait,
that's not-
Captain, do you say out loud, goal?
Yes, I did.
Oh god.
Un
Oh
momento.
god, guys.
I just need
I
to grab
wanna
my
do me
dice.
first.
As the ship just suddenly teleports, you guys all find yourself sitting in the ocean water. But good news! The great dork has vanished.
We're in the ocean still.
Yep, and
I
you
look
can see
down.
as you look down about 5 rust monsters, a giant dragon turtle, a young red shadow dragon, all coming towards you, looking
Is
at
the
you like
ship, like,
appetizers.
Just
floating
bomb
to the
capital.
surface?
Nope. The great dork has just disappeared.
Not that ship. I said Gall.
As you say Gaul,
What one?
the ship suddenly... No? Give it a moment. As he did say this technically, I asked him if he said this out loud. the great dork teleports, vanishing, and Captain, your ship activates, and you all find yourselves getting thrown up to the surface. You're taken out of initiative as the boat flies up, springs out of the water up
we-
into the air.
So we all got there before we drowned.
Yep.
Okay, can I? Oh god, I want to do some healing. Bad. Where? Okay, hang on. How many people
How
can I
are we
hit with
supposed to
this?
sail this huge boat by
Can I
ourselves?
do second level cure wounds on myself, please?
Sure. I'll allow it.
I'm very low.
I'm gonna start healing everybody else. I'll heal everybody else 10 hit points with
I
my
could-
hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I could use that.
So
I'm
everyone
gonna hug
gains.
my ship.
Everyone gets 10 HP. Captain, as you hug your ship, you feel the vibrations beneath you.
And then I tap Kips and heal him for an extra 8.
We
Okay.
gotta get going, guys. We gotta get going. Can I do gust of wind on the sails real quick?
Yeah.
Real speedy.
As the
Gust
ship
of
starts
wind.
moving, you notice that it's Captain. As someone who's experienced on the sea, you notice it's pointing somewhere. The ship is almost driving itself right now. It's going
I'm
south. Yes, Kips. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast.
Is that back to the Drownlands?
Let's see.
Back to
Back
the
to the
Tiefling lands.
Tiefling.
Tiefling.
We need to
sorry.
go the other way.
Let's see. How many
Kips.
people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's yeah. Okay.
Don't go the other way. This trip was all for
And
nothing.
that's how many?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's
Just give me
okay.
a second.
I'm gonna cast
Fucking remind me.
Yeah.
a 5th level prayer of healing.
Okay.
Oh.
That's 5d8 plus 5, so I'll roll that.
All right.
Healing. So 30 hit points, everybody.
Oh. Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
good. Yeah, I'm real good.
Yep.
I'm
Well, that's
feeling-
mostly for me, but yeah.
Hey, I gave you
All right.
18.
As the ship
That was all I could
continues in
do.
its direction,
I'm
Stop
going
burning spell
to try
slots.
to rush to the helm before it keeps going down that path.
Yeah.
okay.
Can I use the wind to guide it like away towards like to the other direction?
If you blow it the other way, you're going to the wind is going to cause the sails to rip, and
Yeah,
cause the
Okay,
please
ship.
don't do
that's
that.
fine. I won't mess with it then.
You'll be dead in the water.
I'm gonna look over the side and see if I can see anything.
Yeah.
If we're still being chased.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going
Can't
to.
do anything.
I'm gonna do the only thing I can do. I'm gonna clap my hands together. And I'm gonna say a prayer to Normac to get us out of this goddamn mess.
I could maybe do something.
All right. Give me a D100 roll, Malthor.
Oh.
Gods, please.
Roll high.
You don't know what he's rolling for.
Oh.
You want really low.
99.
Wow.
All right, Captain. Suddenly the ship is back in your pocket as a little token. You find yourselves now standing at the mansion of House Ravensong.
What?
Gaul is just sitting there watering a flower, butt naked as normal, and just looks over at you and goes, "Hi," and tosses a thumb at Captain.
Saya's
Hello,
gonna just
butt naked
collapse to her
person.
knees.
Hello, naked person.
He looks at you, Kips, and goes, "Hi, my name's Gaul. How are you doing?"
Good. I'm just gonna shake his hand while looking at his nakedness.
Ah, I see you can appreciate some fine art.
I certainly can. How large?
Yes, I've been told that many a times. They even named
We need to
a
go back.
whale
And
automaton
Normac,
after me.
Oh, that's.
Have you heard of the Great Dork?
Wait. That was on.
And as you look around, Kips, you see there's a massive. The Great Dork is literally this massive ship is sitting on the ground in the gardening area, or in this massive patch of garden or farmlands with a hole in the
Malthor's
ass.
just gonna.
I just point.
Malthor's gonna look relieved, just and happy, but have a slight. We're back. We didn't get anywhere, but we're back.
So where is this place? Where have you guys taken me to, by the way?
Captain would say,
You
"Welcome
kind
to
of
the
just
Tiefling
abducted
Lands,
me.
friend.
You kind of just
Welcome to the
abducted
Tiefling
me.
Lands, friend. You're safe here, for one, and for two, there's no shadow dragon or giant turtle after us, so be thankful."
Oh, you found my pet turtle?
It was trying to eat us. It
My
was running
queen,
Well,
did I
wild.
tell you? I told you as he bows. He's like, I told you about the dragon turtle I had sent out to take care of any of the sea elf pirates that were in the area that had stolen the Great Dork, right?
No.
Zaya's gonna slowly look up. And her eyes are still kind of blank, and she's going to just stare at him with the most dead gaze she's ever had and be like, no. And then she's just gonna go back to staring at the ground.
If you could get in contact with it and make sure it comes with us next time we board the ship,
Oh, it got
to give us
hijacked at
safe
some point
passage.
by a demon, I guess. I don't know. I stopped paying attention, to be honest.
Yeah, it died, exploded in the back end of it. I point at the giant hole.
No, that is an explosive ass. I will admit that. How may I help or be of assistance to you lot? And he looks at Cyrus. And by the way, good job on keeping your word. I'm proud of you. I will make sure to have your reward prepared for you.
First off, we need the
Bed.
door prepared. She
Oh.
needs to sleep, I need to sleep, and then we need to go back and try and get to the Drow-lands. Or else she's gonna end up haunted. I point at Zaya. And no one wants her haunted because she's already complaining enough.
My queen, you do realize we have a teleportation circle, correct?
No, I was not prepared.
He says, yeah, we captured a lich from what do you call Dragon's Gate. He's an old man. He was apparently on a Rakshasa ship at some point. We managed to grab him and lock him in the dungeon. Well, that's where he wanted to be locked up, and he built a teleportation circle for us.
Ben's voice
Can
echoes
you-
out of Zaya's pocket. Asshole!
Gull, before we leave, can you give us a list? Give me a list of all transportation we have for the kingdom, please.
Oh yeah, we have about 4
And
airships that will take you, could have taken you straight there. I have a galleon set up. It activates with my name, by the way, if you haven't found out.
But
Yes.
I point at Captain and say, it's in his pocket.
Oh, you found my
Zaya's
ship.
just slowly standing up.
I had it commissioned for you, my queen, of course. Well, actually, to be fair, I had it commissioned for Tikva, but you know. Yes, I can
It
get you all of
served
our
us well.
transportation.
We need to
Thank
rest,
you.
we need to restock on things, and for God's sake, fix the dork.
How
It is a
has the kingdom
magnificent machine.
been?
Oh, Tenem arrived about a week ago. He's in your throne room currently, sitting there. He brought a good-sized army, and we've managed to wipe out one of the kingdoms in the south.
That's wonderful. Does he need my
Does he seek
presence, or
marital
is all
relations?
well?
Well, your husband is here.
Mm.
By the way, he has been aged up by and he looks at he pulls out a notebook and flips through it. A little leather notebook and goes, some guy named Ziplip. Yeah.
Malthor immediately looks at him and says, "You mean Zilpip?" And his voice just takes on a dark,
No,
angry tone.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Zaya looks angry.
I'm pretty sure it's Ziplip. He's some gnome that knows time magic. Kind of like you, Cyrus. We apparently he was contracted by and he looks at the list. Some I don't know, some helly guy that has arrived in Dragon's Gate. I don't know. Apparently there's an alliance going on. I'm not 100% sure anymore, but apparently he's been aging up these children, which I found out belonged to the previous queen of Dragon's Gate. That's, information I did not know.
Same here.
Malthor's gonna be like, "That is Zilpip. I'm gonna go strangle him if I ever find him."
I was told I was to be betrothed to a small human boy.
I
who
mean,
is not yet of age.
he is 8. He's not of age yet, technically.
They just aged him up. It looks like about 6 years.
Yeah, apparently
If they would have aged him up too fast, they would have probably ripped him to shreds.
Yeah, apparently the children, you want to keep their maturity to a certain level here. So I don't know. He's here. The kid's here. He's been training on the battlefield. Apparently he's got a book from his mother. His mother's back at Dragon's Gate, still held in a dungeon, but she was writing a training manual for him. So there's that.
Before I meet with him, I would like to rest and get food and get prepared. I'm very exhausted. I don't think I can have a meeting right now.
Okay, well I can
Apologies.
have a feast prepared. One moment. Would you like to stay at the inn so to avoid the current situation?
Yes,
As
please,
Captain
thank you,
just walks
Gall.
off towards the bar he remembers. All right, I'll arrange a room. As he starts walking
Balthor's
towards where
gonna simply
Captain's
say,
going.
"I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna train because hearing Zilpip's name just has him in a bad mood now."
Well, good luck. Kips was your name, right? As he looks at Kips.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Very like
become
his
the
name.
best of friends. As he kind of wraps his hand around your shoulder and goes, "Follow me, friend."
Indeed, of course, I will. Come on, I'm following
Balthor
the naked
immediately
man.
walks over
By
to a
the way,
training
do you have any
dummy.
lemon trees?
I do have a lemon tree. I've set up an orchard in the back recently. As he smiles and laughs.
Oh, I'm
Cyrus,
gonna need a
please
bunch of them.
Yes.
come with me.
Yeah.
I've got stories to tell you.
Okay.
And he just kind of starts heading towards the bar that Captain goes to. By the way, Kips, you really want to give, and he hands him a giant's thumb. Give one of these to Captain when he's at his saddest moment. It'll cheer him up, I promise.
Alright.
It's important to keep your party's morale up, and the Queen, she has so much to do. I rely on you as the person to keep the morale up of this group.
Of course, of course.
I
You
use
know,
my message bracelet real quick.
Uh-huh. What do you
Zaya
say?
already knows. It's okay.
What do you
oh,
say?
and
Oh,
like,
okay.
um,
What? Yep,
so,
yep, yep.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I'm coming to follow Captain.
Well, so is Gaul, and now Kips and Cyrus going the same direction as they're all going towards
Balthor's
that
the only
bar.
one staying and going into the training area and demolishing training dummies into splinters.
All right. After a bit, Kips and Cyrus, as you're dragged towards the bar, Gaul orders a few rounds, 4 extra for Captain, as he notices Captain's very irritated situation, and summons up a meal to be brought into the room or brought to your guys' rooms in case you guys want to spend your time alone and contemplating, and begins to explain to Kips about the local lemon orchard and what he's been doing with it, and tells Cyrus that he will be meeting him later in his room to speak with him on his reward. As he gives
I'll take
Cyrus a sultry wink.
I'll take a seat next to Captain. What is
Okay.
it you needed, Captain?
This
you
is your
alright?
kingdom, yes?
Apparently, it's sarcasm heavy.
So you should have a moderate amount of knowledge of your kingdom, yes?
I did before the war, before I went adventuring. Captain, I was not told about any of this, and you can see her. She gets a bit angry. I was told about teleportation circles, airships. I didn't even know about us having that as a kid. I've not been in the Tiefling Island for quite a while, and when we were here, I was told of nothing of the sort. I assure you, I did not withheld this information from us.
Very well. I just.
I apologize. I didn't realize. Basically sent us at yet another death quest, and I'm sorry for that. From now on, I'm gonna make sure we're educated, at whatever cost. And Zaya takes a big swig of whatever she was given.
As you drink it, it doesn't have a flavor, but it burns on the way down.
Good.
Fucking good. I just do like a small, like, tip the jug in the same direction and drink as well.
Captain, you smell that yours is maybe a little bit stronger than whatever Zaya's drinking.
I appreciate that.
And Gaul just kind of gives you a thumbs up with a wink as he turns to talk to Cyrus, and after explaining to Kips about getting a hold of some lemons and some other ingredients.
I beam a gold coin in his direction.
The same gold coin that I'm thinking? Or just a
No.
general gold coin? Okay.
No, I'm an ass, but not that much of an ass.
I would think you just don't want to make him immortal. To a degree.
Bad.
As Gaul looks to you, Cyrus, he goes, "So, you had a question for me, friend?"
Yeah. First, so the drinks that came, are they just like pints or shots
Yep.
or?
Pints.
Okay. I will like down about half of my pint off the bat.
He looks at you and goes,
Um,
the right direction, and he does the same.
Yeah. So you said we have a teleportation circle here.
Yes, we
Um,
do.
I would very much like to see that so that I can learn it. And do you know of any other teleportation circles, either in the kingdom or within the world?
Ah, he looks at you, goes, yes, there are. I know of at least two. There's one's in Dragon's Gate. There's another one in the Rakshasa capital. I wouldn't recommend that one. It goes straight to the dining table of their king. That just sounds like a bad situation to be surrounded by Rakshasa noblemen. And there we have one now.
And you know the ruins, or the, yeah, ruins, not ruins as in old buildings, ruins as in squigglies.
Oh, the
You know the
ruins?
ruins for these? Yeah, you
Yeah,
know the
the
sequence for all these.
ruined ruins. Yes, I actually am quite experienced with magic. Would you like me to teach you?
Sure. Yeah, I would
It's
definitely
going
like
to.
to learn it.
I will warn you. It's going to involve a rubber ball and some leather, but we should be able to get this done.
Run.
I just shake my head and I'm like,
He gives the biggest smile at you. He's obviously joking, from what you can tell.
yeah,
Ah,
He's the jester.
yeah.
well,
That's all I needed right now. Is I think I'm getting close to where I can probably start making use of teleportation circles, and I would like to learn as many off the bat as I can.
fair enough, fair enough. The Lich we've captured, he is very good at his job. Apparently, he was sealed under Dragon's Gate for many a years. After the walls collapsed, I feel bad for the poor fella. Turned to Lichdom just because of the fact that he didn't want to die.
Out of Zaya's pocket. He's still a rat bastard.
You don't know if Ven can talk.
Ben is not talking.
The soul is just somewhere in the ether.
Ben can
Screaming
sense the
that.
Lich. The
Yeah.
DM's gonna run to the restroom real quick and be right back, and then we'll continue as the party drinks.
My forehead really hurts.
Ah!
I'm satisfied. I got my lemons. That's all I really
Well,
needed.
now
Except
you're
for
here with the
Malthor.
undead, if there's any left.
Except for Malthor, who is currently beating
I got
fucking
lemons.
training
I'm
dummies to
happy.
splinters.
Yeah, and I think that's where Zaya's supposed husband's at. So
Oh, I'm
have
waiting
fun
for
with
that to
it.
come around for the kid to come up to Malthor for training. Malthor just look at him, take a deep
How
breath, and say,
powerful?
This is not good for you." How powerful is
How
what?
10x? How
What?
powerful is him? 10x? How strong is he again?
10x?
Yeah, or 10m?
10m is who
Yeah,
you're
10.
referring to. 10x was the merchant.
Yeah, sorry.
The very fat fucking dwarf that had other dwarfs carrying him.
Yeah. The guy who
He is a warrior of sorts, so he's probably at least level 50.
I get out of this marriage, probably gonna get killed. Great.
I mean,
Wonderful.
if the son dies, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah,
If you
I'm not
touch
good
my-
at
if you
plotting
touch
murder.
My boy, I swear to
There's
God.
a pirate to your left.
That's true, you are a rogue.
Gall just kind of smiles at Cyrus and goes, "All right, I'll teach you in the morning on how to get that done. Of course, I imagine." He looks over to Zaya and goes, "You'll want to get a chance to meet with Tenham in the morning. I'll arrange a private audience with him. As for the rest of you, get a good night sleep."
If preferable, I would like to be accompanied by at least Malthor. I would not like to be alone.
All right, that's fine. I will warn, my queen, that this Tenham fellow, he managed to actually almost kill Zilpip, from what I've been told. I
Yes.
figured after hearing about your situation from a couple of the rumors around the camp that you would want to know that this man is strong enough to cut down Zilpip in a one-on-one competition with no problem. He even managed to
That is
almost
why-
kill him and his entire party.
That is why he's a good ally.
Oh. Well, then for the time being, have a good night. I'll make sure that Malthor is informed of your situation. I'll arrange the meeting for at the crack of dawn. And otherwise, food will be brought up to your rooms for the morning, and the rooms are already taken care of and paid for. I'll take Kips, as he grabs Kips around the shoulder again, to the orchards out back and to some of the local merchants so he can get some gear for some stuff, for some medicine.
Lemons.
You have a weird thing with lemon. He looks at Captain. Captain, does he have like the the scurvy thingy?
No, he's a doctor, and apparently lemons can aid his quest.
Lemons.
Huh. All right, fair enough.
A lot of lemons.
Got it.
So
All right.
many.
I'll make sure you're well
I'm
stocked up. By the way, Captain, let me know if you need a airship or anything else along those lines. I have a few other transportation things. I assume at this point our queen will probably be announcing that you'll be a leader of her high admiral, or master of ships, as some nations call it.
I like stand my head up a bit as I'm probably just leaning back in my chair. I go, wait, what?
Yes, currently I hold the position, as there's been no official doctrine from our queen about what position she wants to give to who. But when she
Hmm.
does, I'll make sure that if she does end up giving it to you, you know of all of our transportation.
In the morning, I would like to see the list of available roles and titles, and I would like to dole them out. Yes, and she just kind of is like holding her forehead as she sips her drink.
No problem, my queen. I will have that for you by the morning.
Thank you.
The only thing I request in the immediate vicinity is cloth and string. Durable. I'm making a hammock, please.
He pulls out of his bag of holding that's wrapped around his waist to a simple small string, the only thing that he wears, and hands you a massive bolt of
Fanny
cloth
pack.
and some string in a full ball of yarn. Goes, will this do? Or do you need rope?
Rope would be better.
He pulls out of his bag of holding. Here's about 50 feet of rope. Does that work for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you kindly.
As he puts the string back and goes, I also have more thumbs if you need one. Let me know.
Maybe later.
All right. Have a good night to you, boys and girls. I'll go and take Kips here to the orchard, and I'll be passing by your domicile later, Cyrus, after I've informed Malthor of the situation.
Sounds good.
As he heads out, pulling Kips along, continuously walking naked at this point. This man does not wear clothes, no matter what you ask.
Men in town are just giving him winks.
At this point,
Some of the men probably do.
there you do notice on his arm, Zaya, there is a hairband around his arm, and you recognize Tikva's hair.
Mm. Yes.
And as they head out, eventually, before he drags Kips off to to his room or to the orchard and some of the other merchants, he stops by the training yard, watching Malthor as Malthor continues beating on dummies, and just says, "Oi, Paladin."
Malthor's cursing quietly in Celestial before he walks over and goes, and very as calm as he can muster, common. Yes, Gall?
And Gaul starts speaking in Celestial and looks at you and goes, I understood that. As he goes back to common. Now, just to inform you, Zaya, our queen, Lady Ravensong, shall be meeting with Tenham in the morning. You are to accompany her. I will do some research on this Zopip for a friend of yours. And
He's no friend. I also need to make sure I find Silver Thread.
Silver Thread, he looks down and says, I don't have any of that in my... Wait.
No,
He pulls
no,
out...
I simply look at him and say, it's a paladin who broke their oath from where I'm from. I'm
Oh.
supposed to also hunt him down. He's a gnome as well.
He puts back the silver G-string.
Just assholes sometimes.
Fair enough. Alright, well, I just figured I'd inform you they're staying at the tavern, the same one that Captain likes to drink at. I will be...
And I look back at the dummies and I say, I'm sorry about the dummies, but hearing his name, he's kind of a... Zilpip is kind of a... bad touch.
He looks down at your... He looks down on you, or looks you up and down and goes, Alright. Well, I hear, the delegates, one of their delegates is here, but he's like, it doesn't matter. Anyways, have a good night. As he continues to pull Kips along to the merchant the merchant market back at the center of town. This
I'm
tenor,
gonna head to the
lemon
tavern
gardens.
now.
I really want to know.
we will go to the gardens. I'm meeting my lover there here soon.
I shout after Go. Have you been peeing on the trees to make the lemons bigger?
He suddenly Gaul stops, turns around, says, "I will kill you," and
It's
turns back
true.
around and walks off.
Peeing on lemon trees
So-
makes lemons bigger.
Kips, I hate to inform you of this, but please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Boy.
Oh God, Gall.
18.
Kips, as you and Gall are talking and continue to walk, you finally make it. You see the orchard off in the distance, but things start to go hazier and hazier as you start to kind of feel yourself dozing off slightly. Eventually, your eyes start to close and you kind of nod off. The last thing you hear are, "For our queen, of course." And everything goes black.
What?
You said we kidnapped you.
Um,
You had to say we kidnapped you.
about around midnight, as everyone started to kind of quietly calm down, Cyrus, you hear a knock on your door.
Okay. Who's there?
Gall or you hear the voice of Gall, and "I got a thumb for you."
I open the door.
He's holding a thumb of a furbolg.
No, what the hell did you do, Gall?
Oh, this? Oh, this is. I just glued some facial hair onto a finger. He puts it back in his bag of holding.
Don't believe him.
Yes. So you wish to know of your origins, correct?
Yes, I do. Come in.
All right. And as he kind of walks in, he's fully dressed. He's in armor and has his battle axe on his back.
Huh. Okay.
As he smiles at you, he goes, "Well, I have good news and bad news of your origin. Which would you
Okay.
like to hear?"
Let's start with the bad news.
You're not a Nord.
Okay, I kind of suspected that, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, well, I guess never mind. I won't tell you anything else. And he starts to stand up.
No. Please continue. Like I said, good to have confirmation, but
So,
I was.
I did some digging. How familiar are you with the Helio? I think they're called Asimar in our tongue, or in common.
Yeah, I mean, I assume I am a little bit DM.
Yeah,
Given
they're
that you're
they're a
traveling
pretty
with
well
one,
known race in your lands. In fact,
Okay.
they're one of the ruling races. They're very dangerous too.
Yeah, I know a fair amount. I'm pretty familiar with them.
That's good. That's good. Well, I figured something out. You're a bastard.
Okay.
No, I mean like literally, you're an actual bastard.
born out of wedlock.
You're born. Well, you're technically Nordic. You're half Nord, half Helio. That's where
Okay.
your magic comes from.
Good to know, I guess.
Yeah. Not only that, but you're part of one of the ruling families. Which one? I don't know.
Really.
Yeah. Um. Lastly, I should mention this. Your friend Captain, he's got a bounty on his head by the Helio.
Okay. Also good to know.
Yeah, around I think it was, and he pulls out his notebook and flips 5,000 platinum pieces. Wow. Respectable.
We don't talk about it.
Apparently, and I have his crimes listed here. Apparently, he seduced the daughter of one of the noblemen twice.
Good times.
Seduced a dog. I don't want to know.
I was drunk.
Oh, there's an elven woman named Alluvia that he took advantage of, apparently.
That's my wife.
Oh, by the way, this is the same Alluvia that apparently Zaya has a thing for.
Oh
I found
my-
out, our queen. As rumor hears it, her and a goat had a threesome with a gnome.
The changeling. And me and Olivia have beef now.
But anyways, yes. Oh, and he also slept with one of the pirate captains. In fact, his old pirate captain's wife. Wow.
Foxy.
And I won't go into what else he's done. There's something about a turtle in here, and it's unspeakable.
Okay.
If Gall can't even say it, Jesus.
I'm gonna be honest. It involves a ship, a 12-foot piece of plywood, and a female turtle. Oh, sorry, male turtle.
That was all the shit dropping because
Yeah.
of this.
Anyways, as he flips through his notes, yeah. So he knows more. Captain might know more about your situation. Oh, some guy named Ethelina. He's at the local town. If you go talk to him, he'll be able to tell you more about which noble house you belong to, probably.
And you said he's in town here.
Yeah. He's a navigator for or usually is for hire.
Wait, Athelina was down in.
Yeah.
He should be able to
Unless
tell
it
you.
was a fake.
He's the second prince or the first prince of the current king of the Helio.
So how would I go about, asking him what noble family I belong to?
Tell him to tell you about them. They should be able to describe by your looks and your magical abilities, because each house has a different magical specialization. God, I hope you're not related to, and he flips through his notes, something about a woman named Tinder who turned herself into a little girl.
Okay.
Huh, that's a new one. As he closes his notebook. Oh, and by the way, I've captured the Furbolg. You said that someone said something about him kidnapping you lot. Was that correct?
Other way around.
What? No. The Furbolg that was with us?
Yeah, Kips, I think was the name. The guy who's obsessed with lemons.
Well, I mean, I don't think you needed to do that because he did help us escape the sea elves.
Oh,
So
let's not tell
maybe
the queen.
just
Let's not tell the queen about this.
okay. Yeah, maybe just kind of figure out a way to undo that one
There's
on
a
the down low.
there's a giant's thumb some. Okay, yeah, I'll. He starts to get up. I'll be back. Have a good night. As he kind of hurriedly walks out the door. I need to go get those lemons again. Oh, my queen is gonna kill me for this one. As he starts walking down the hallway.
Wait. Would Zaya hear this?
Zaya, roll
Well, no,
perception.
he's- Oh wait, are we all in our room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're all
Oh,
staying
oh.
right next to each other, so.
I'm outside,
Good, and I want to
sleeping in a
speak to
hammock.
Cyrus as well. So.
Kips is going to acoustically screech as loud as possible. Can I roll for that?
Yeah,
possibly?
please
I
roll.
got a 7.
Charisma?
Yeah, go with charisma, Kips.
DM, I would be
Performance?
outside in a hammock.
Got it, Captain.
That would be a 19.
All right, Kips, you scream extremely loudly. Captain, you feel your sleep kind of bothered for a second as you hear the screaming of what sounds like a prisoner being gagged.
Does it wake
Oh.
me up?
Slightly, but it seems like a normal day on your ship.
My ships are fair.
I didn't say that it was one of your men.
I mean, you gag your prisoners, don't you?
No, I just cuff them.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Oh.
Anyways, Zaya, yeah, you hear someone outside your door commenting about shoving a thumb somewhere and having to fix it before he's, put in trouble.
I can assume based off the thumb, it's Gull, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty safe assumption.
I'm
a
just
man's
gonna. If I open the door and stick my head out, can I see what room he's coming from?
Yeah, you notice he's coming from 2 doors down at Gall's room. Or at Cyrus's room.
Good. I'm
And
gonna
he is
walk.
fully clothed for the first time that you've seen him since he first introduced himself.
Well, ain't that a miracle? I'm gonna walk up to Cyrus' door, kind of eye Gull a bit curiously, but then I'll just gently knock on the door. Cyrus?
Yeah, come in. It's open.
I'll walk in, shut the door behind me.
Does my 14 passive perception let me hear the entire thing, by the way?
No, Malthor, at this point, you're kind of chilling out and really not paying attention. As, hearing Gull's voice in the distance is a normal thing for you.
I shout, thumbs!
As that's shouted.
And then
Alright.
go back to polishing my sword and armor as best I can.
Okay. Saya and Cyrus, you are now in the same room as each other as Gull heads down the stairs and disappears out into the moonlight.
I also made a note to ask Gull for Smith's tools.
Okay.
Should I be worried about the fact that he's clothed for once?
I was wondering the same thing.
Good. Glad we're on the same page. I just came to check in that you're doing all right. We didn't get to talk much about the whole thing that happened on the giant turtle before, the whole sea elf thing and High King thing.
Yes. Well, it seems I've got some news. Gull was actually able to find out more information about me.
Somewhat concerning, but I suppose that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think I would probably be I'd be speaking out loud right now. So it seems I'm not fully Nord. Apparently half Nord and half Helio, according to information that he found. So that's news. Um, I will switch to telepathic.
Okay.
By the
Uh,
way, in the middle of this conversation, Zaya, you hear
Yeah.
the set word, the voice of Kips.
Zaya's face just kind of flashes, Cyrus, and you see her sigh heavily. What the fuck happened to the Furbolg?
reason why I switched to telepathic. uh,
Yeah,
it seems Gaul didn't quite hear us right, and he heard that the Furbolg was supposed to be captured. Not that we were like captured by him, but I told him, well, he helped us escape, and to try to undo whatever he did. He also
so he's
asked me
going
not
to
to
fix
tell
it.
you. My understanding is yes.
Then Zaya's just gonna shake her head. Then I will leave that to him. Please continue.
And like I said, he told me not to tell you, but I'm telling you anyway, and that was all telepathic
Well,
switching.
I appreciate your
Probably
trust.
back to verbal. Um, so I guess we're back here. That's fun.
Yes, it's a setback, but now it seems like we have airships and teleportation circles, and that's probably a safer way of travel anyway, so perhaps it is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it might have been good to know that before, but I guess we're
Yes, I'm going to figure that out after the
alive.
meeting with Henham.
By the way, Zaya, is there's something new with you, isn't there? Just recently,
What do you mean?
uh, you seem to have some other abilities that you didn't have before. I mean, you don't have to share. I was just making sure everything's up to
No, no, it's and I'm gonna like lift my sleeve and look at the arm with the mark and like flex it, summoning like the coral and stuff. I just sealed the deal with my patron now. So I get more magic, more abilities, hopefully help us survive longer. I was hoping I could communicate to the beast, but clearly the world wants us dead. But yes, it's just I'm a patron to Mogwar now. Or the servant, he's my patron. It's been a long day.
well, that makes more sense. I assume you don't want to share that with the rest of the group, or maybe you do. I
If
don't
the
know.
time comes, if not, I didn't see it as.
Yeah, that's fine. I will follow your lead. I guess hopefully tomorrow I can get some teleportation circles, and I think I'm very close to being able to probably start casting it, so we might be able to have a little bit of faster travel for the group. Beyond that, about all I know, I apparently need to seek out Athena, some guy tomorrow that's here in town to maybe give me more info about my past. But that's
Per-
about all I know.
Everyone, give me a perception check, please. Everyone, but oh, Zaya. Yeah.
Hello.
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 Yeah. What part did you get left off at?
Or I guess, what did you last hear?
You at last asked me. We were talking about the pack, and you said, "I'm sure you don't want to let the others know." And then I had responded.
Oh yeah, yeah, we'd kind of play it by ear basically, and I replied back that yeah, I'll follow your lead. And then I said I'd need to apparently talk to some Athenia tomorrow, some guy that might know more about my past.
Well, that is good. Will you be able to make it with me to my meeting with Tenem?
Yes, just let me know and
Thank you.
I'll come along.
Uh,
I
everyone,
appreciate your
give me a
support.
perception check, please.
Oh God.
Minus
Can't ever have a
Kips.
break.
21.
Perception.
10.
10.
10.
Yay, 10
Alright,
buddies.
All right, as you all, or everyone is awoken as you hear Kips yelling out, "You did not put a thumb there!" and is chasing as you look out the window, and except for Captain who looks over his hammock and sees Kips chasing down poor Gall, who's still dressed and running at a full sprint.
How far away
my
are they from me?
gods.
About 60 feet.
Okay.
get
Then
a
I just shrug
cider.
it off and I just try to go back to sleep.
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do anything either. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna let that
Zaya's
problem
too
solve
tired.
itself.
If he did it, he got his hole.
As the night continues on with the sounds of Kips chasing down Gall throughout the entire night. The
Can I
bar.
have asked?
Yeah? What's up?
I was gonna say if I could have asked Cyrus one more thing before we
Go
went to
ahead.
bed, because it cut me off while I was asking it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just repeat it like in character. Cyrus, you are much more magically capable in the arcane than I am. You know much more. I tried to enchant these bracelets. I had no clue what I was doing, and clearly these whatever low level magic I have in these aren't the most useful in a battle. Could you help me get better at enchanting things? I'd like to give these bracelets something more useful to help you guys better. I'm unsure where to really start.
Yeah, I haven't enchanted much myself, but I will help you in any way I can.
Just, I guess, any information you have. I'm sure you're much smarter than I am.
Yes, any way I can help.
But I suppose that can wait tomorrow. Just perhaps we can go over notes you have or something. I don't wish to keep you from your sleep. Apologies for my intrusion. Thank you.
No problem.
And I'll stand and head towards the door. And before I do, I turn and say, "Cyrus, I'm glad you're okay." And then I walk out.
Thank you. You probably hear as you walk out.
Yep.
Alright, and Cyrus, what did you want to do?
So, with all of this new information and everything we just went through with the sea elves, it's got him thinking about a little bit that he's known in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So, he is going to say for like half an hour to an hour before bed, is
Uh-huh.
going to attempt to meditate. I don't have any spell, obviously, that will do anything special, but just think about the name Ashera.
You
Which
mean
was my
Athlena? That you keep slowly pronouncing differently each time?
no, the Ashera is my Quori that I'm linked
Oh,
with,
yes.
because I know the name and I occasionally experience memories.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just kind of concentrate on the name a little bit, not really necessarily trying to do anything special, just like putting mental effort into thinking about what this name is and maybe what these memories are. Not necessarily trying to accomplish anything, just doing it for about an hour to see what happens.
Okay. Un momento. Let me message you something.
Okay.
let me find you in my list. There you are. Let me pull up my documents. I was not expecting this. Not going to lie, so I'm totally not taking a moment to
That's fine. I
speak.
didn't think of it until we got back
No,
to
it's
town
no.
here.
As you just
Well,
arrived.
I would have warned you.
Yeah, no worries. All right. I'm just looking for something real quick. All right. That is all you gain.
Okay. Good.
All right.
Yeah, then just going to sleep after
Okay.
that.
As you fall asleep, Kip spends his evening loading lemons, walking awkwardly. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just in something else, if
All right.
possible. If not,
Give me a D100 roll.
oh boy, I've never done this before. Hmm.
And would you like me to share with the
18.
Would you like me to share with the party or just message you?
Uh, why not? Just message me. Let's
Okay.
make it fun and secret.
God damn it.
You can always ask Zai about things if you can even catch on.
I do have one thing I want to do before bed as well.
Okay.
Just wait though.
Go ahead.
Well, actually, wait. I can't do it before bed. I have to have a long rest first. Never mind.
Okay.
Looking at my spell slots.
All right. As the party heads off to bed for the night, relaxing, the sounds of Gaul no longer being heard as noblemen's clothing float in the brisk breeze. Kip's
I
loads.
imagine a poor person grabbing it to sell it.
Kip's going and loading lemons, massive lemons, throwing away the giant's thumb that was in places he wished he'd never thought of. Captain slowly moving back and forth in the wind, dreaming of a past time. Captain, you gain a vision. This one I will say out loud because I want it on recording so I remember. As you find yourself standing on a ship, this is the last thing we'll be doing for this session, by the way. As you find yourself standing upon a ship, the ship is made of a red wood with bones as the railings, skin made for the sails. You see a dwarf and what you recognize as a dwarven woman just standing there at the wheel, smiling at you. She is completely bald, a shaved face, and her eyes seem to glow a bright green. You see what looks to be your old crew as zombies, being forced to do labor against their dying wishes. You find yourself as a skeleton, and you hear the screams of pain as you look out on a bloody sea. The sun is black, the sky is red, the skulls of your comrades are on pikes at the head of the ship. And you find yourself in suffering pain as you're strapped down to what looks to be some sort of cross at the back end of the ship. Always in pain, always stuck with a hammer in your chest. And that is where we'll end today's session, as the party will wake up the next morning, well rested from a long rest. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this session. We will see you next time. But before we do, allow me to reward XP real quick for the party, as they are probably chomping at the bit. So,
Yep.
allow me.
Please.
For the 2 monsters you managed to kill, congrats. That's each.
Oh.
Enjoy. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed.